TC Broadcasting YouTube channel, and then see the replays. We got the replays on Rumble as well, and we put links on Facebook and the Twitter. But good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. As usual, we're waiting on the waitress, our slow waitress here on KTC. She's bringing our biscuits and aren't here yet, but they're sponsored by McDonald's. We're gonna have some good biscuits here in a little bit. Happy Saturday, everybody. We got all kinds of things to talk about today. We've got American Legion baseball. We've got high school football schedules. We've got NBA, NFL, college football. Let's see, Major League Baseball. Little NASCAR from Chicago. We're gonna get into that with Terry in just a little bit.
Yeah,
First, we've got some to let everybody know about the schedules changes for the American Legion and what we have on KTC Broadcasting today. So last night, Cleveland County got rained out down at Matthews, and so they're gonna play today at Matthews at 3:00 today. So
someplace in Concord, wasn't it?
it will be at. Let me pull it up for you folks in Shelby. Want to know, or folks trying to take care, go to the game? They're going to be at Henson Field in Concord. Henson Field, HINSON, Henson Field in Concord at 3:00 today. We'll have coverage of that on WOHS KTC Broadcasting. Now, over on WCSL today, if you're listening to my voice on the radio right now, because we're not in Shelby on the WHS channel, but you can hear us in Shelby, obviously, on 92.9. But if you're on 101.5, you'll get Cleveland County Day at 3:00. Now, today here on WCSL, we're going to be really busy. 1:00 NASCAR Truck Series from Atlanta. And then Caldwell County and Cherryville play at 7:00. Game 3 tonight. Cherryville's up 2-0 in that series, and they will. And at the end of that game, we'll join the Xfinity Series race in progress. So you get 2 races in a baseball game today, plus Terry and Zach and Tom this morning here on KTC Broadcasting, bringing you their wonderful sports knowledge. So, guys, I'm gonna pull up the standings here for the folks at home or the brackets, however they're looking, brought to you by Richard Walker, of course. In the semifinals, Cherryville is up 2-1 right now. Those aren't updated for this morning. Queen City was up. Let's see. Rutherford beat Queen City first 2 games, and I don't know what happened. And they play tonight. Game 3.
Who'd you say Asheville was playing?
Asheville is playing Hickory.
Hickory.
I'm going to pull that up for the folks at home here in just a moment. And so you can see it, Tom, as well. So here you go. Wondering what I'm talking about on the radio. You can watch every Saturday live on YouTube. Quarterfinals here, starting here, Tom. Just to get your eyes on it. We've got Cleveland County and Matthews, of course. Like I said, Game 2 last night was postponed to rain. Game 3 today is 3:00 at Henson Field in Concord. In the Asheville Hickory series, number 3 Asheville has won the first 2 games, 7-4 and 3-2 over number 7 Hickory. Number 1 overall Queen City has dropped the first 2 games, Tom, to Rutherford County, 7-3 and 8-7. They'll play today in Rutherford County. I don't have a time for that. So looking for a number 1 overall upset from the Rutherford County boys today. And Caldwell County and Cherryville, of course, tonight. Cherryville won last night. Won in game 1, 2-1, then won last night in 10 innings as well. So they're up 2-0. So Cherryville winner will face Cherryville. You could face Rutherford County instead of Queen City in the next round. If that's the case, you'll have home field advantage if Rutherford County pulls out that upset. Cleveland County is number 1 overall seed on their side of the bracket, so they'll be at home until the championship series. Of course, you need to win this series, and then the next series is a 7-game series, and the winners of those will advance to the actual state championship and the district championship as well. So there's your American Legion updates for that. All right, now let's go over real quick. Tom, I'll let you start while I pull it up on the interweb. Let's go over real quick. Burns' schedule. You got it right there. You and Terry got one over there. This fall, Burns will be on YouTube this fall. You can watch them every game that, of course, that we're allowed. We got to make some contacts with some of the away schools to make sure that we can do those. But Tom, if you'll go through Burns real quick, I'll pull that up on the web.
All right. On August 18th, it'll be Burns at Forest View. On August 25th, it'll be Crest at Burns. On September 1st, Kings Mountain visits Burns. On September 8th, Burns visits Alexander Central. Coach, we went up there a few years back. It's been about 3 or 4 years. That was a good series a few years back.
Good series.
Highland Tech visits Burns on 9/15. 9/22, it'll be Chase at East Rutherford. So that's what we're gonna have a video on that one too, Kevin. Okay, so that's on September
95% approved on that one.
Okay, and then 9/29, Burns at Bessemer City. On 10/6, it'll be Thomas Jefferson at Burns. On 10/13, East Gaston visits Burns. On 10/20, it'll be Burns coming to Cherryville. And on 10/27, Burns will visit Shelby.
All right, Terry, I'll let you handle Lincoln County there.
Okay.
Lincoln County Game of the Week there on the far right. That'll be on lincolncounty.com and listen on YouTube audio with David Potter.
All right. On 8/18, West Lincoln will travel down to North Lincoln. On 8/25, it will be East Lincoln at Forest View. On 9/1, it will be Fred T. Ford at West Lincoln for the Battle of Hog Hill. On 9/8, it will be East Rutherford at North Lincoln. On 9/15, Bunker Hill at Lincoln. 9/22, Statesville at East Lincoln. 9/29, Bandies at Lincoln. 10/6, Fred T. Ford at East Lincoln. 10/13, East Burke at Lincoln. At 10/20, it will be West Iredell at North Lincoln. And the last game of the year, 10/27, a good battle between East Lincoln at North Lincoln.
All right, Zach, I'll let you handle the Cherryville Ironman schedule, and I'll let you know what's on week 4 there.
Okay, we're going to start out with Cherryville at Avery County again this year. Then Cherryville will host West Lincoln in the second game of the year. Blacksburg will be at Cherryville this year. It was a pretty good game last year. I got to go down to that game. Cherryville will be playing against Blacksburg again.
Week 4 is Cherryville North Gaston.
Yeah, Coach Pruitt told us last week that they'll be playing at North Gaston.
I think so.
For the 4th week.
If not, we'll correct it by then.
Then they get into some of the conference a little bit. They got Cherryville at Shelby, East Gaston at Cherryville, Forest View at Kings Mountain, Cherryville at Highland Tech, Cherryville at Jefferson, Burns at Cherryville, and then, as usual, Cherryville finishes at Bessemer City.
Of course, Burns Cherryville will be on radio and video that week. Tom, I'll let you handle the Waggy up there, 107.5 FM in Forest View.
So those are our
In Forest View.
Forest View, Forest City. Yeah, okay, Forest City. It's okay. All right, on 8/18, it'll be Bessemer City at East Rutherford. 8/25, Kramer visits Chase. On 9/1, Newton Conover visits East Rutherford. On 9/8, it'll be RS Central at Chesney. 9:15, Bessemer City visits Thomas Jefferson. On 9/22, it'll be Brevard at RS Central. On 9/29, it'll be Chase at Hendersonville. On 10/6, Brevard will visit Chase. 10/13, East Rutherford at RS Central. 10/20, Polk County visits East Rutherford. And on 10/27, a big one, RS Central visits Chase.
Hey, question there. Have we ever been to Chesney?
Yes.
We have been
2
there?
years ago.
Okay.
Well, yes. No. Yes.
He doesn't know.
I was
They've-
gonna
I
say,
know,
I mean,
I know they've been on the schedule. I can't remember
Yeah.
what happened in the COVID years, so I'm a little fuzzy on those. So I think everything. I think we did 2
Where
years
exactly
ago.
is that at?
South Carolina.
It's real.
Just
It's,
right
it's
across
just
the
that,
border.
like if you're in Shelby and you go right south, that you're in Gaffney. It's kind of like same thing. Chesney, Forest City. It's kind of
Okay.
like straight shot down 221.
Yep, just right down the road for this. But I can't remember if it was Central. It might have been someone else in Chesney. But yeah, we did have them on the radio. I think one other time, Terry. Let's see. Over on WHS, we've got 2 big games week 1. It looks like we may only have Shelby at Kings Mountain on the schedule. Then Shelby at Reynolds week 2, Crest and Shelby week 3, Olympic at Shelby week 4. Then we got the Crest part of the schedule. Crest at Ashbrook, Crest at Kramer, Kramer at Crest, South Point at Crest, Then we got Gaston County matchup here with Kings Mountain and South Point. Big matchup there on October 6th. October 13th, Forest View at Crest. And then Shelby at East Gaston on the 20th. And then we'll finish the season, Crest and Kings Mountain. So that last week of the season, Burns at Shelby, Crest at Kings Mountain, Cherryville, Bessemer, Central, Chase, East Lincoln, North Lincoln. Should have a really good week of football that week. Guys, you can listen to all the games on the radio and online, kdcbroadcasting.com. Quick note for tomorrow's Cherryville Legion game, folks. Quick notes for Cherryville Legion. If Cherryville does lose tonight and they have to play tomorrow, there's a possibility we'll have the game online, audio only, for that, as we have the NASCAR race on the radio on 92.9. So, folks in Cherryville, if you do happen to lose tonight, pay attention and check Facebook. We'll announce during the radio tonight. Pay attention if they do fall, where you can find that game. But tomorrow it'll probably, if they do lose tonight, we'll end up on the internet. So check with us online, kdcbroadcasting.com. The schedule is there on the front page. Also Facebook and Twitter for those. Also Friday nights, guys, pregame show. 5:30 p.m. to 7. You can watch the show. We'll have the show live on the radio stations, and you can watch it live on YouTube just like you do this show. We'll have previews of all the games, little inside information and predictions. And then at 7 o'clock, we send it out to the stadiums for the stadium pregame shows where those 5 broadcasts will give you the insights on those specific games. From 7:30 to 9:30. Red Zone Radio, folks. Red Zone Radio. Don't forget to tune in. And we have live highlights from the game during the show from 7:30 to 9:30 from most of the games in the area. We'll have anywhere from 5 to 8 games we'll have covered with live video coverage during the games on Red Zone Radio channel. So KTC Red Zone Radio. Don't forget that, folks. And then after that, beginning from 10 to midnight, we'll have the North Carolina Full Throttle Power Sports post-game show. We'll have all the scores. We'll have highlights from the games and predictions and more and fun stuff with Will when he shows up, and then Dennis and the rest of them. But speaking of showing up, the biscuits are here. Happy McDonald's. JP's here, and he's got to pass those biscuits out so we can get to a studio break here. JP, what'd you order, Terry, this morning?
What'd I order?
Yeah, what'd you order?
Same thing as always.
Well, the folks at home don't know. Some of them might not know. I know you got your fans sitting at home listening to the Terry Club, Terry fan club. I ordered a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, and I got one this morning.
That's what I got.
I've switched to a gravy biscuit.
And I have a bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin. And
these are all brought to you by McDonald's here in Cherryville. If also your local McDonald's, stop by breakfast, lunch, and dinner. McDonald's here brought to you by Mr. Kuthan and the gang. That brought to you by Mr. JP. All right, let's see if JP can sit down and mash buttons and get us into a commercial break. And we're going to be back here in just a few minutes on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Kathy Moore, the new owner of Papa's Pizza to Go in Cherryville, invites you to come see them. They are now open 11 a.m. till 9 p.m., Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in or take out at Papa's Pizza to Go. Just call 704-435-6335 and enjoy their big buffet on Wednesdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. until 7:30. It's all you can eat. Check out their new menu with pizza, subs, wings, salads, and more. And check out the new games, too, in the game room. Papa's Pizza to Go, 1002 East Main Street in Cherryville. Online at papaspizzatogo.com and like them on Facebook, too. Save your dates and bring your bestie to Scooter's Coffee in Cherryville. 4 big days, June 20th, June 27th, July 4th, and July the 11th. On those 4 days, when you pay with the Scooter's Coffee app, you can buy one drink and get one free. Again, use your Scooter's Coffee app to order and buy one and get one free June 20th, June 27th, July 4th, and July the 11th. Be sure to tell your friends. That's Scooter's Coffee, 2507 Lincoln and Highway, 150 East in Cherryville at Walmart. Open 5:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. Summertime fun starts with your next vehicle at Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop on the Oak Grove Road. This week, we'll take a look at a 2013 Toyota Tacoma V6 4x4, 110,000 miles, priced at $22,995. Scoot around town in a 2006 Scion X-Box with manual transmission for $39,995. And a 2015 Ram 1500 Express Quad Cab 4x4 truck priced at $21,495. Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Head to Kurt's Premium Outlet on East Ridge Mall in Gastonia for a huge 4th of July blowout pricing now. Take a look at a Big Essentials Lounger Patio Sectional Set in teal blue priced at $599.99. Lion Patio Umbrellas are $35. Kurt's Premium Outlet has Members Mark Adirondack chairs for $99. All Simply Southern shirts are sale priced at $4.99. Get blowout savings at Kurt's Premium Outlet in East Ridge Mall on North New Oak Road, Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
It's time to head to the mountains. Crowder's Mountain Golf Course, that is. The new winter rates are now in. Play and ride 18 holes Monday through Friday for just $25. Seniors just $22. On weekends, play and ride 18 holes for $35 and seniors just $30. And ladies, your day is Monday. Ladies play and ride on Mondays for only $20. At the Crowder's Mountain Golf Course, 255 Lincoln Academy Road, Kings Mountain, at the foot of beautiful Crowder's Mountain. For tee times, call 704-739-7681.
And welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. And yes, JP is in the house with the biscuits and with everybody's breakfast.
Well, the important thing is the biscuits.
Yeah, that's
you,
the
JP.
most important thing. I think literally y'all would fire
JP.
me if I did not pick up the biscuits.
Yeah, you're right. But thank you. We appreciate that.
The day's not over, and we just had to make sure you got the biscuits here before you got fired. So you got
yeah. I mean, hey, y'all fire me every so often. I always come back, but
can't find anybody else work Saturday.
Next Saturday might be a different day. JP. All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday again. Breakfast brought to you by McDonald's here in Cherville today on the sports. We've got NASCAR Truck Series and Xfinity Series. Xfinity Series will be joined after the Caldwell Cherville game. Matthews at Cleveland County. Tonight we got to change that one. It's Cleveland County at Matthews at 3 o'clock today on 101.5 FM. All right, happy Saturday, everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about Chicago, the race that happened last weekend. One of the most watched races, if not in NASCAR's road course history, I think it was. I don't know the exact numbers on that, but they were talking about how big a showing they had. Rain played weekend. That didn't help out with some of the stuff, but they did get everything in. And the winner, Stan Van. I done forgot his name. Van Gessen. I was so worried about getting his last name right that I messed that up. But anyway, let me pull all that stuff up, get all that information up. But did you guys watch it? Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, they had a lot of trouble at the beginning, trying to figure out how fast they could take these cars, especially into those curves. Run a lot of them into the barriers. But I like how they got them out, continued on the race, didn't have a lot of stoppage. So I enjoyed it. I just think it was hard with the conditions they were dealing with.
Here we go. My opinion.
Yes.
Here we go to another place that we've never been, and somebody we've never heard of wins, which, I mean, other places know who he is. But to me, it's another setback for NASCAR. I don't care how many people watched it, listened to it, enjoyed it, whatever. To me, it's another step back. When you have somebody win a race, I mean, it reminds me of when we first did road courses. Boris said was the number one guy everybody tried to get to come and drive their car. say, hey, you know what? He's better than anybody out here. He's better than Jeff Gordon. He's better than Richard Petty. He's better than anybody. I mean, this guy could run road courses. I don't know what else to say. I never watched it. I saw replays of it because I was working last Sunday. But I don't know, guys. I mean, did y'all enjoy it? Is the question.
I watched the whole thing.
I watched about the whole thing, and I enjoyed watching them try to get the cars. I enjoyed watching them trying to get this water under control. It would have been a totally different race if there was no water there, and they had to go back and forth with wet tires or road tires versus slick tires, trying to figure out how fast you take it.
Look how much water's in the park there. Did you see that?
Oh, they got flooded that morning.
I mean, Denny Hamlin tweeted that they shouldn't be racing because of all the rain.
And the greatest thing was Denny Hamlin losing the lead second turn and never got it back.
Yeah, well, look at that shot of all the water on the baseball field.
Well, I can understand people being, depends on what driver won, but I guess if you're a NASCAR fan and you're here for the first time and somebody that's never raced in NASCAR wins the race.
Yeah, I understand that.
I mean, come on.
It's not a good look for him on that. Would I think it should be treated like the Coliseum race where it's not part of the thing? That's probably been a little bit better.
Well, it got Tom 3 laps in before Kyle Busch needed a tow truck. So that's why Terry's so upset.
He planned.
He finished fifth.
He's my favorite too. He planned it pretty good.
Else wrecked too.
That's what I'm saying. He finished fifth.
He planned it pretty good. It was funny. He went in hot.
They're going to show it. Oh, he went in real hot. And he got stuck. The funniest thing was Noah Gragson, Terry. He turned 6. He wrecked 4 times into turn 6 and got Tom 3 of them got stuck there, and they had to call the. There's Gragson in his first one. But they were, and Wendy's was his sponsor, and they were roasting him on Twitter, talking about because the Baconator was the sponsor this week, so they got a bunch of out of that. Making fun of him and his wrecks, and then that was the 43 car as well on that one. So Christopher Bale led predominantly most of the laps there, Zach, and it looked like he was going to.
He should have won it.
Right. He looked like he was going to end up winning it, but late caution, and so what happened was. Terry and I, this is the part that's kind of controversial about it, is NASCAR, so they had a rain delay, right? And remember, they started the race late. Well, this isn't a regular course with track lighting. Mm-hmm. This is the city streets. So NASCAR started the race late because they didn't want the guys to be too hot, okay? And so because of this decision, then you have a 1 hour rain delay. They're starting to get close to dark. So the problem is that some of the teams, started figuring this out, that they may have to shorten the race, and so they started pitting early. Kyle Busch's team was one of them. Kevin Harvick's team was another one. There's about 5 or 6 of them that pitted early, thinking that this might happen. Because everybody's going to need some, whether or not it went 75 more laps or 100 more laps, everybody was going to need to get gas at some point. So a lot of the guys gambled and came in early, and so those guys were put up at the front of the field basically. And then NASCAR, to me, watching it, Zach, NASCAR saw that happen, was like, oh crap. Mm-hmm. Somebody might get screwed here. We got to do something. So it wasn't a minute or two after they started doing that. They started announcing that they're going to shorten the race. And so mid race, no lights. It's your fault, right, Terry? That's NASCAR's fault. Planning it. Hey, I mean, what happens if we have a 1 hour rain delay? That never came up in the meetings.
And two, they were saying that their track times were longer because of the conditions. So it was making the race go later in the day.
So I think I don't know. It was just kind of questionable how that happens. You know how there's always a questionable NASCAR ruling every week or something, Terry. But here's the massive pileup in turn 11 that the guys are making fun of. So who's this? William Byron. William Byron gets caught in the corner, and then the rest of them are flying into this corner and can't even see him.
It's blind. It's
so
a blind
when
turn.
they go to turn, they're all having to take a dead right. Well, Harvick checks up, and I can't remember see who's behind him. We'll go back. Harvick checks up. It might have been Bubba Wallace. No, Bubba was way back here. Harvick checks up, and then he gets caught up, and then Tom. Now, Terry, here's another weird NASCAR ruling that I know you're not gonna like because I didn't like it either. So watch this. Watch how many cars go by Harvick. So here comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, now we got a total stoppage. 10 cars. It's about 8, 9, or 10 cars got by, right? So Terry, you know what NASCAR did? They said the caution was when Harvick got stopped, and that was and those two were sideways, and everybody that got by has to go back where they were.
Well, that's wrong.
I'm 100% agree with you on that.
There's no way that they do that fast.
That one made me mad. That one kind of made me mad, that decision. Now the rain thing, you ain't got lights, you got to do what you got to do. I didn't like it, but this one, these guys specifically got by these dodos that wrecked and got in a pile up, and they were not rewarded for their good driving. So what was the point of driving on by?
Well, they're supposed to just stop.
Right. Like, we're in a race. These guys are wrecking.
Yep.
I'm just supposed to just stop here. They're going to put me back in this spot either. So I'm not happy with how a lot of those guys, they got put back. That was a big discussion online. There's the lockup or gridlock. I don't know what this car up front was doing right here. This guy. Why is he stopped? Did he not want to touch Kevin Harvick's hood?
Maybe
Harvick
in front
was,
of him. I think the one right there.
That was Gragson as well. So Harvick might have pulled up and said, "I'm tired of people going by too." Yeah, I'm going to stop this race myself. But yeah, I didn't like how NASCAR did that. I didn't like if there's a wreck, and especially the rules are rules in this in a road course racing. You keep going, right? Every road course race we've ever seen, keep going.
They did the same thing when Bush went into the pylon things. They just kept it going. They didn't throw a caution for that. I mean,
it's
right there's how come he didn't go on the outside. But now watching, I think he pulls up. Harvick pulls up.
Does Harvick move up right there? Oh, they didn't show. That's what I was curious about. Is if Harvick pulled up.
Said, "Heck, with all y'all
right."
passing.
That's what he got tired of watching. Like all these guys get.
Yeah, you got 20 cars going by.
Because I can't do nothing. I'm gonna be dead last here in a minute.
He just said nope. He's that guy on the interstate.
But then
when
out of
trying
all
to get on
of
the
it,
exit, he
but
pulled
think
up
of
and
it.
blocked it.
Out of all of it, he's the one that gained from it.
Right. So he ended up back in the same spot, back in like 6th or 7th race, where it was looking at all those 2, 4, 5, and then of course I guess the commercial. But yeah, Terry, I didn't think you would. I thought you wouldn't like that one. I didn't. That's not. I didn't think that was the right call. I don't know however they want to justify that. I wasn't ready for that one. If you want to watch, Terry, there's a 10-minute video of Dale Jr. talking about why he thought SVG Shane Van Gisbergen won.
He kind of played it safe the whole time. I mean, he stayed just where he needed to be. He's a good road course driver.
So
that's what I'm saying. That's
what
happened.
His times are really good. But when they're at the end,
and they ride in rain all the time.
See, he's one of the ones that he actually he got through that wreck and was mad about that. Then he got the late caution, and Terry, they're slowing down. He starts panicking, asking about is this wrong? Is this wrong? What do I do? He goes, he's leading the NASCAR race, and he's got to start trying to win this thing. So the in-car audio, that was pretty funny. Listening to him go on about how he was nervous or worried about what to do and all that. But it was very entertaining. The only 2 questions, like I said, was they should have announced the shortening of the race. Once they had the 1 hour delay before the race started, they should have said, "Hey, we're shortening the race now."
So they shortened the race during the race.
Right. Yes.
Once they figured out
that the sun was going to start going down,
the caution laps were taking too much time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The sun's going down. They figured out, well, we got about an hour of sunlight. And what I really thought was happening, I thought they could have finished before it got over. But do you want all these NASCAR teams and fans walking home in the city of Chicago in the dark of night?
That's a safe place.
So, I thought that had part of it that they didn't want. The drivers were within walking distance, but do you want all these people walking around at night and in a city or wherever you're at? But I thought that might have something to do with it. But we'll see.
I thought Bell was going to run away with it there for a while.
Right.
He got ahead, and once he got in first, his car took off. But then they had a caution, and they had to put them back together. And when they did that, he never got the lead. And who was second behind him most of the time? It was Bell and can't think of who was running second now. He kept catching him on his lap times, and
I'll pull it real quick. Justin Haley. Haley had the lead, and he got passed by Gisbergen. Now Gisbergen, like, you could tell it was like you could tell he was faster than the cars in front of him those last few laps, and he just basically just chased him down. He passed him so quick that it was like he had better tires and everything. So all around good job by them.
Yeah, but now the Gisbergen's wins this race. He's not going to qualify for the chase, even though he won, because you have to have so many points. You got to be in a bunch of races, and qualify like that. So he's not going to be able to do that. So it was a race basically for you finishing second or worse in this race. And see, those are the things that bother me.
I mean, try to beat the guy who's never raced in a NASCAR before, Terry. I mean, that's not like anybody can just step in and do that. This guy's like an 8-time.
That's what I'm talking about. This guy knows how to race these kind of races.
Right. But that doesn't mean he knows how to win in a NASCAR car his first ever time in it.
Oh, yeah. If you can drive one, he knows exactly when to make his shifts and when to slow down and when to turn. And
on a course that's never been driven in a car he's never rode in, Terry. Come on.
But they go everywhere.
They got out driven and they got out crew chiefed, kind of like a combination of both. I think that the crew chiefs, I think they failed in letting that team win and beat them. Now, here's what's interesting. The guy said he's trying to get out of his contract. He might be full-time next year in NASCAR. He's trying to come over. So,
come over, and then we'll see how many you win.
Yeah, it's going to probably be.
That's why I was like, the ovals are going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
It'll be like Jimmy going to where he went to, did real good in ovals.
But I was sitting there watching, he's racing against Haley and Elliott. And I tell you who Gisbergen remind me of, Terry, is he reminds me of Jimmy. Nobody bumped him. He didn't bump anybody. And that's that's one thing you're sitting there watching, like, why is nobody bumping this guy? Nobody ever did. They raced him clean. Like, Busch was back here in 5th. He didn't get close enough to him to wreck him. Logano was 8th. And those are the guys that would probably bump somebody to get to him. Elliott was sitting in 3rd. Larson couldn't get to him. Once the tire change and the time and all that, it mixed up those top 10 and so Bell and Gisbergen were might have been the two best cars, and Bell didn't get to race him at the end.
Yeah.
All I know is
Bell
when
finished
in between our games last week, I did look on the thing, and I can't remember who had sent something. Either you or Zach or Kevin, sent something about daggum Kyle Busch is like wrecking everybody and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, darn, boy, I guess he must be having a bad day.
It was Kevin. He did take him long.
And then when it got over, I looked at the thing to see what he finished, and he finished 5th. And I said, boy, he had a better day than a lot of guys.
I think he wrecked in about 10 laps.
No, the 3rd lap.
His 3rd, okay. I knew it was under. I knew it was 10 or under.
It took all of 3 laps for Kyle Busch to get towed because they had to come. His car was under the tires, so they had to come pull him out.
The roof of his car was under the tires,
and he couldn't back out.
There it is.
Here it is. They couldn't back out, so he had to call. They had to call.
And that might have been after he tried to spin out a little bit.
They had to call in the tow truck to pull him out here because he's stuck. So he's spinning and he can't get out.
That's awesome.
So Tom, this guy finished 5th.
That's crazy.
It didn't even hurt the car.
Right. If you're one of the guys that didn't finish in front of this, that's what always the NASCAR. That's what always blows my mind on the road courses, Terry. Is it's track position, track position, track position. But then you watch a guy wreck like this, and then he finishes 5th. Not just Kyle Busch, but it happens all the time. Like Elliott or somebody. Driver. But what I'm saying, you're
out of the race.
No, not. Let me finish. And I'll sit there and watch somebody like Eric Jones or someone else back in the middle of the pack that don't wreck, and they end up behind him at the end of the race. Like, what was you doing the whole race? Riding 15th and 10 cars in front of you wrecked. They went to the back and then still passed you at the end. Those guys driving crazy. It happens all the time with these guys. But yeah, if that would have been anywhere else on the track, Tom, like it hit the actual concrete, it'd have been done.
Yeah.
But that's what I was texting about. Lap 3, Kyle Busch. They're going to show. He was flying.
Oh, he was way faster than the other one.
Sideways like 100 yards from that wall,
sliding.
He wasn't even. Come on, show.
I was thinking about it when it showed the
Here it
replay, and I'm
goes.
like, he's thinking this. Yeah, I'm fixing to go into the wall. Look, he can't stop.
And the tires are full of water from all the rain. So you got a little water show. So they got soaking wet over there in the corner.
So that's the reason I think these guys don't drive on rain. They're not used to that. And then you want to put them on stuff like that.
He had the hammer down coming around. That's just that he was way faster. Look at him. He was smoking.
How's he not a lap down after this?
It's a two and a half mile track.
Yeah.
And
Don't matter. You're still gonna be. You should still be a lap down after that.
Well, I can't remember.
I don't know if they did
where
stop
he ended
him.
up getting. No, I can't remember if that happened. What it ended up happening with that, Tom, exactly.
How you have to call a tow truck out for a guy and he's still on the lead lap?
Let's say he goes down one lap. He's the only person on lap 3 down a lap. So the next
he's gonna
caution,
make it up.
The next caution, they give you the lucky. One car gets the lucky dog and puts it back on the lead lap. So he's getting that lucky dog no matter what on the next one.
Tom,
It's just
Tom,
the
this
fact
is
that
the king of racing.
You have to stop the race to tow him out of the tires, and he's on the lead
the
lap.
king of racing just got beat
Sorry.
by a guy who's never been in a car before.
He should have been. I like listen to you guys talk about these rules. I'm like, I don't know who's doing what. It just sounds like they didn't work for the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
I hate
Sounds
the
about
lucky
same
dog
thing.
rule. That's about as bad as ghost runners for me.
And see, that's what's funny. Look at him; his car's not messed up.
No, he didn't mess anything up.
No,
It's unhooked me and I'm gone.
Noah Gregson did that 4 times, y'all.
the same
4
curve.
times. I know there's a highlight of that here in a second, but it was the tire barriers did their jobs, and a lot of people were like, we should have these at the in other spots that other tracks more often because it saves the cars quite a bit. I mean, you remember last week's one? Who was it that wrecked head on? And was it Blaney that destroyed his car and got hit pretty hard last week? Hit a concrete wall in Nashville.
Yeah, that didn't have barriers on.
Right.
They say that this car is a little bit more resilient. It holds together a little bit more than some of the ones before.
Unless you get hit in the back.
Yeah.
There's crash number 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at one that says all 4 of them. Because he did. Oh, Noah Gregson crash. We'll just look at one of them because I ain't got time for all 4 of them. But why would somebody not put them in a 4
sequence?
In a sequence like it's probably on his website or Wendy's was messing with him. I would imagine. Pull it up a second. I got an ad running here.
Well, he's getting them a lot of advertisement.
He was. Yeah, I'm telling you.
That was good.
Same corner. He hit that wall 4 times and got stuck 4 times.
He burnt those tires up trying to get out of that.
Yeah, he was trying to get a caution thrown. Because if they throw the caution, he gets back. He doesn't lose the lap like Tom was talking about. So he's trying to cause a commotion, burn the tires out, smoke. You can't see in the corner.
Where did he finish? Do you know?
Here you go. Full Gregson. I'm guessing down here at the bottom. 25th. Now, Terry.
That's not too bad.
Now, that's what I'm saying. So, this guy finished 25th and wrecked 4 times. Now, he might have wrecked a couple more times, but 4 times hit the same wall. And that's what I'm saying. These guys should be ashamed of themselves.
Still beat Bubba
Andy Lally, Daniel Suarez, Tyler Reddick, Kevin Harvick, Harrison Burton, Bubba Wallace, Martin Truex, Ryan Blaney, Stenhouse, Dillon, Austin.
Dillon can't drive. Period.
Shouldn't they all be ashamed of themselves that they got beat and this guy wrecked 4 times?
How mad was Jordan when they're sitting in Chicago with the 23 car up there and Bubba, you can't
Terry,
pass
there's been a
these
lot
guys?
of people talking about Austin Dillon these past few weeks. Needed being replaced. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
You know that's not going to happen.
Well, we saw Stewart's comments on
they might get another driver,
like
but they won't replace him.
Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon, and Bowman all didn't finish the race. Stenhouse, Blaney, and Truex finished a lap down. Truex was up there near the front. He got wrecked and turned around. And but yeah, everybody. Bubba finished dead last on the cars on the lead lap, Tom. So for the guys, like Noah Gregson wrecked 4 times, finished on the lead lap, and beat all you 4 guys that didn't wreck 4 times. Like I said, those guys should be ashamed of themselves. All right, guys. Next week, again, KDC Broadcasting, your home of NASCAR here on 92.9 9 FM, 1590 AM. Let's see. Let's get on the NASCAR schedule. Like I said, tomorrow. If I'm a KTC schedule first. KTC today, we've got Xfinity racing at 1 o'clock. Then Caldwell County and Cherville, 7 o'clock. When that game's over, we'll join. Truck Series racing at 1 o'clock. We'll join the Xfinity Series race after the Cherville Caldwell County tonight. Next week, the boys will be in New Hampshire. This week, they're in Atlanta. Terry, you going to watch that one?
That's a good race.
So we're going to watch that one.
It is now. It used to not be, but now, they all together.
Does it?
I love it.
Do we know who's on the pole, Kevin?
No, we do not. They do that today. Atlanta scheduled today. I'll pull that up for you too.
See, those are the ones that I love because whatever Atlanta has done has really pulled all the cars together. You can't run off and leave nobody. It's almost like running Talladega.
They made the banking.
They
made it more banked is what they did, so you can take more speeds in the corners and keep everybody there together. Saturday Cup qualifying today is at 5:30. Zach, 5:30 Cup qualifying for you folks that were wondering about that. Let's see. I want to check a couple things real quick before we go to break. Make sure I'm sure I had some type of video or something for us to like on the Twitter from these fools this weekend and all these wrecks. A lot of baseball. Bubba Bonilla, we did that the other day. Jose Canseco made his return to the Twitter world, so we'll get into that. But it doesn't look like I have any more NASCAR. All right, so we'll be back in a few minutes. JP, hit the button on KDCBroadcasting.com.
The Lincoln Country Club has been challenging golfers since 1946 with tree-lined fairways, ponds, creeks, and sand bunkers. Select from 4 sets of tees to play from. Give them a call at 704-735-1382. Again, 704-735-1382. The Lincoln Country Club, 2052 Country Club Road in Lincoln. Visit their website at golflcc.com.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Don't miss the Chevy Summer Drive Sales Event at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincoln. Now take $4,000 off the price of a new Chevy Silverado. But that's not all. Take $1,000 off the price of the 2023 Buick Encore GX. And there's a big selection to choose from. Plus, check out the pre-owned vehicles, too. And now Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC is the only GM Car Bravo dealer in this area. You can buy online, have it shipped to your home, or to Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street in Lincoln, online at AbernathyChevrolet.com. Don't miss the Red Max Red Hot Summer Savings Event, July 1st through 31st at Hojo Power Sports and Equipment in Shelby. During July, save 15% on all Red Max handheld products and save 20% on Red Max commercial, ride, and stand-on mowers. But hurry, these deals end July 31st. The Red Max Red Hot Summer Savings Event, July 1st through the 31st at Hojo Power Sports and Equipment, 110 Grigg Street off South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Online at hojopower.net. At Moss Realty in Gastonia, they heard 2 worries over the past few years. I'm selling my house, but can't find a new place fast enough. Or I'm trying to buy, but the houses are selling so fast. The housing market has changed, and that's a good thing. Buyers and sellers now have more time, which benefits everyone. Homes are still selling, but in weeks, not hours. For decades, Moss Realty in Gastonia has seen it all and can help you make the right decision. Find them online at mossrealty.com or call and speak one of their friendly agents today at 704-865-5555.
The team at Belmont Capital Advisors, they work hard to ensure that their clients enjoy their days and sleep well at night without wasting time on financial worry. Joe Pataroop and the team believes everyone deserves a retirement filled with health, wealth, and happiness. Hey, we're here with Joe Pataroop, president of Belmont Capital Advisors. And Joe Pat, let's start at the beginning. How long have you been a financial advisor? But more importantly, why did you get into this industry?
Mark, you're making me sound old here. I've been a financial advisor for over 30 years now, so I'm 50 years old. And, I really got into this business because my mom was a school teacher, my dad was a coal miner, and I really felt like just really hardworking, everyday people were not educated and up to speed on the financial topics and needs that we all need to be prepared for our retirement.
And Joe Pat, this is why you offer a one-page retirement income plan. What does this involve?
Mark, it's one of the best things we do. It's always complimentary, never an obligation. This is looking at where you are today, where you're going, and we encompass taxes, investments, everything comes into this, but we boil it all down into something that the everyday person can understand, that one-page retirement income plan. To find out how to get yours, give us a ring, 704-946-7000.
It's the opportunity to sit down with the team at Belmont Capital Advisors and customize a retirement plan. Give the team a call, 704-946-7000, or always online at belmont-capital.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Fusion Capital Management, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Belmont Capital Advisors, Inc., NC license 10000473399.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. Couldn't understand that last ad. He was talking way too fast for me, but apparently Belmont Advisors Incorporated.
That's a terrible job, JP.
Well, I introduced the show back. I mean, y'all.
Everybody, I'm not paying attention.
Y'all weren't saying anything, so you want me to keep talking when y'all don't say anything. So I just kept talking. So I mean, at least it gives the listeners something to laugh about. I mean, I'm just a joke here. So
for the very first time in all of history, the Chicago Cubs have won a game at the New York Yankees.
It's pretty cool.
For the first time in history, the Cubs win a game against the New York Yankees on the road. 140 years of baseball, Terry. Cubs.
What a great organization.
St. Louis Cardinals, 10 worst winning percentages through their first 86 games: 1907, 1908, 1905, 1919, 1906, 1903, 1913, 1978, and then 2023. Good job, fellas. Y'all stink. Too bad we're not. I'm just so glad we're not Kansas City, at least.
Kansas City got beat last night.
Postseason wins since Major League Baseball went to 30 teams in 1998. It's been 25 years since expansion. Yankees, number one with 105 wins. Houston probably would have been my guess. Cardinals in third, Houston second. Cleveland had an eighth most wins. Nothing to show for it, Tommy.
Nope.
8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, we ain't far behind you there.
Kansas City at 22 wins. They're in 11th. Or 12, 13, 14, 15 with the ties. Cincinnati, since 1998, guys, has 2.
They might get them a couple this year.
Playoff
Playing pretty
wins.
well.
The Pittsburgh Pirates, since 1998, have 3 playoff wins. Combined, they don't have as many playoff wins as Minnesota and Baltimore with 6.
That's pretty bad.
In 25 years. Whereas the Angels, they're up there at 21. Remember, they had a World Series run there in the early 2000s.
Some stuff will surprise you. That my daughter started asking some questions about hockey. It's kind of something similar to this. I started looking up last time people were in the Stanley Cup. The Toronto Maple Leafs have not been in the Stanley Cup Finals since 1967.
Hadn't it been 25 years since a Canadian team won the finals?
It seems like it's been a while.
It's way up there. Look that one up.
Yeah,
How long the Canadian team actually won this?
I saw that, and I'm like, how can you have a team in Toronto that doesn't go back to the Stanley Cup since 1967? I was like, holy cow.
Cardinals this week had 2 pitching appearances from their DH outfielder and 1 from their closer, Tom.
What?
We had 2 pitching appearances this week from our DH outfielder from Lincoln and 1 from our closer.
Well, if you're never ahead.
Tough times, Terry. Tough times. 1908 times is what's going on in St. Louis. How does the guy still have a job? How does any of them still have a job that has anything to do with putting this team together?
Well,
it's incredible.
It's hard to get a coach to come to St. Louis.
Yes, terrible. Terrible place to coach in baseball.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. It's kind of taking your life in your own hands by living there, I'd say.
Depends which side of the city you're on.
Correct.
That's the old per capita argument, Tom. They may have 5 murders per year, but pretty good average compared to 110.
Well, they got a lot more than 5
a
murders
weekend
per year. we can look that up in the Google machine, but I guarantee it's more than 5.
Run differential by division. East is plus 245 in the American League. NL West plus 33. NL East plus 32. AL West plus 23. And then we get to the central part of America. National League is minus 76. And Terry, good God almighty, the American League Central, minus 257.
I can believe that. I mean, Kansas City.
This was 5 days ago, so it's gotten worse since then.
Yeah, Kansas City has been shut out 11 times.
Yeah, they can't score.
Well,
Oakland's
if it was
pretty bad.
Cleveland, Kansas City, that would have no effect because plus for one would be minus for the others.
Right.
It would wash.
Well, it's awful altogether in the Central. Just terrible. How about Tom? You get a base hit, and they now you score. This is the guy I complained about. Guy scored from second on a ground out, and they mobbed the hitter, not the guy that scored for second. Watch this play. Grounds to second, bobble in the 10th inning, safe at first. Guy scores a home, and watch everybody run by the guy that just scored. Hey, let's go congratulate the guy that got the hit.
He was waiting to get a low 5, and he had to turn around and go out there with them.
Nobody gave the guy that scored 5.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. You still got a chance to get to run at home, though. I guess that's what happened.
That was a close play. That was a real close play at first.
Well, he shouldn't have been
He missed him here, and then he didn't realize the guy over there kept on running.
Yeah, why did he?
And then everybody runs by the guy that scored.
Yeah, that guy. Well, he thought his dude was going to grab
He did.
him. He thought, okay,
not
me. Let's go get this other guy.
And last week after the show, Jose Canseco wished everybody, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, dear Bigfoot, alien time traveling bag of boogers, happy birthday to me.
What the crap? Why do you even
He's
get
out
on
of his
there?
mind, man.
He spent the last few days going after a credit union because he don't understand banking. If you want to read those, Tom, go.
No, I don't read Jose's.
They're awesome. Let's see. Some aliens visited me and told me where I can find a family of Bigfoot that want to adopt me. So Jose Canseco, one of the best follows on Twitter, as always.
No, I don't follow him.
Father's Day, Tom. Aaron and Jose want to say happy Father's Day to everyone, especially Amber's father, but definitely not A-Rod because he's a mother.
And listen to this. I think tomorrow I'm going to identify with a tree frog.
He's
what does that even mean?
Yeah.
It's Jose Canseco. That's the best.
I think that ball hit him in the head a little too hard, man.
Crush. He's got some gray brain matter from that one.
Yeah. And just in case you were wondering, Kevin, 157 people have been killed in St. Louis to date.
Today?
To date.
In
all
for the year.
This year.
That's not bad.
God almighty, man.
This year.
It's terrible.
I know Mom went.
It's only like one a day.
I know Mom went about 25, 26 years ago, and this would have been 97, 96 area time frame. She said it was kind of scary out there then.
Yeah.
And we talk about people, and I look at Tom, and he's got a homicide tracker. Who in the world keeps up with how many people get killed and never seen it?
Well, we're trying to figure out why you can't find a coach to go to St. Louis. Would you go coach in St. Louis? Would you go live in St. Louis?
How much money's there? Yeah.
I'll risk my life if the price is right. It's like I'm telling you, some of these cities, man. Nope, not going there. Not going there.
You're kind of silly. Like, no, I don't think anyone has ever said I'm not going to play in St. Louis because of the crowd.
I tell you, I don't know. I'm just
fly me in on a helicopter, drop me on the field.
Just telling you.
That's awesome.
I'm just telling you.
Let's see. I can't find the United States one. Cleveland was 27th most deadly city in the world, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, Cleveland's bad too, man.
He just roasted St. Louis, and then Cleveland's ahead of him, Terry.
It's bad, man.
There's only like one American city ahead of him, according to Wikipedia.
Is that Chicago?
New Orleans is 8th in the world. Then Cleveland's 27th. No, Detroit beat you, Tom. Y'all are behind Detroit, so there you go.
Not good.
You're a little bit more deadlier than Cancun, Chihuahua, and Johannesburg. Milwaukee's 39th. That's it anyway.
Crazy.
All right, anyway, back to not killing people. Tampa Bay Rays, Baltimore, Toronto, New York, and Boston are all above 500. Let's look at the wild card race because it's kind of wild. Baltimore and Toronto and Houston are in it. Yankees are one game out.
Can we look at that?
Boston,
yeah,
is 3 games out. Let's see if I can pull up the internet for Terry. There you go.
All right, this is nice.
Boston is 3 games out. Seattle is 4 games out. Angels and Guardians 4.5 games out of the wild card. I would say everyone else is eliminated.
We're not out of it yet.
You're out of it, Terry.
Oh. I just hope
you would have to go.
Oakland has almost caught Kansas City.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You have to go
They're behind
50,
us.
7, and 16 to finish over 500, Terry. That's why I was looking at the Cardinals record. I'm
here's
like,
what we're talking about. We're almost like to the All-Star break, which it is coming up. All right. We got 25 wins. The least in Kansas City history is 56.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, we're probably not going to get 56.
In the ballpark.
You're at. They play.
I mean,
look at the A's run differential.
You're not getting that
That's
because
what I'm
you're
saying.
over half the year. Or you're right at it. I mean, you're not. You double. You get.
The Las Vegas
50
A's
wins.
have been outscored by 240 runs.
That's terrible.
50 wins.
90 getting outscored by almost 3 a game. Over in the National League, Dodgers, Marlins, and Phillies are in the playoffs right now. Brewers 1 game out, San Francisco 1.5, and then the rest of them are pretty much done. Mets 6.5, Cubs 7, Padres 7.5, Pirates 8.5, Cardinals 12.5, Nationals and Rockies are on there and the bottom. So
tell me a player from the Miami Marlins.
Tell you a player.
And they're 51-39. How about that?
I was listening to them play the Braves here. They're not bad.
They got the guy who's leading the league in batting.
Aracius, whatever his name is. I can't.
Oh, he's failed tremendous here in the last couple weeks. Yeah,
tremendously.
Tremendous.
386.
There you go. He was a 414 at one time. He's falling.
So this was one of the arguments online about people hating batting average now, Terry. Was you here for the argument with Kyle Schwarber and he's batting 180, and another guy on his team's batting like 320, but he's reached base more, so they're saying he's a better hitter because he's walked more. Remember when we went off that back throughout the year?
How many
talking
times
about
you
the
get
war.
on?
How? Well, Terry, would you rather have a guy have 100 walks or 100 hits?
Well, I'd rather him have 100 hits, but
right.
If you're the leadoff man, it's about getting on base. So,
okay,
he's not the leadoff man, so for sure. Yeah.
Well, get ready to say he's not. I know. Was he batting leadoff? He wasn't batting leadoff.
No, there's no way Hit Son Gun's ever batted leadoff. If he did, I'd like to see it.
I think he was. Reyes is at 386. Acuna's 50 points behind him.
His has
at
come
333.
I remember they started putting Mark McGwire lead off to get him more at bats.
You talking about how good of a season Acuna's having, and he's batting 333. You talk about some of the guys back in the day that was batting 333, and how good, like Gwynn and all those other guys. How good were they?
Well, they were talking about him the other day, and he was like tops in Major League Baseball history on certain levels that he has accomplished already at this point of time. Yeah.
Acuna. Mm-hmm. He's good, especially since he's had the injury and he still came back and played. That's pretty good. Olsen was a big pickup for us too. I know we lost Freddie Freeman. Everybody was upset about it. I wasn't as upset, and Olsen has definitely been a good replacement.
Yeah, he has.
So Schwarber either walks, hits a home run, or gets out.
Right.
Okay.
Or strikes out, you mean.
Strikes out.
In his career, 22 years of baseball, Tom. Let's see. Only 3 of those years he didn't play 100 games. And not once, so 19 years of over 100 games, not once did Albert Pujols strike out 100 times. We are at the All-Star break. We have 13 players in Major League Baseball with 100 strikeouts right now. It is awful. It just blows my mind that that's okay. That and to me that is the worst. And Tom, I've had an argument with some people. These mathematicians that's never played baseball. They tell me they'd rather Kyle Schwarber strike out than hit a hard ground ball that you could get a double play on. And that's what the argument about they would hate on Pujols about. He hit too many hard balls, Tom. Where they can get him, he hit too many double plays. Don't worry about the 700 home runs and the 5,000 RBIs. He hit too many double plays. But they'll take the strikeout. And striking out is the worst possible thing to me you can do. As a hitter, you don't do anything. You don't help me. I get on base. Now I got to steal second because you didn't do anything. And we have 13 players at the All-Star break with 100 strikeouts.
A double play is worse than a strikeout.
I get them. I get that, Tom. Thank you for the wonderful
just
math.
Want to clarify that.
No, I'm saying as a hitter.
Yeah,
technically a double play is worse than a strikeout. But as a hitter, it's not my fault you didn't get to second fast enough. It's not my fault you didn't steal second. Correct? Correct? I didn't get out at second. You got out at second. I got on base.
Not if you got a double play, you're out.
So you're telling me if you'd rather your guy strike out than put it in play?
No, I'd rather my guy strike out and hit into a double play.
But I'd say the guy who hit it must have been real slow because you didn't get the first one. They had to come to second first.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So the guy hits in a double play. Do you walk in the dugout and say, Albert, next time strike out, you're costing our team?
No, you wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
You wouldn't say that,
Then okay then. Then don't tell me that hitting that ball is worse than striking out. Blows my mind.
Especially hitting a shot to straight to somebody. I mean, that's just
you shouldn't have done
luck.
that. You shouldn't have swung. You shouldn't hit the ball. What kind of coaching is that? You should have struck out. Terrible. How many times do I have to tell y'all? Don't hit the ball hard on the ground. Please strike out. I need more war, Tom. I need more war. Hit the ball in the air and strike out, please. Like, is that what we coaching? Is that what is that the pep talk in the locker room before the baseball games nowadays?
Probably what the St. Louis coach doing.
He ain't doing nothing. Smoking crack of Hunter Biden for all I know. I don't know what he's doing. He's awful. Terry, y'all want to coach?
No.
Okay.
We're good with what we got, and he's not good. Yeah.
If he made St. Louis that bad, how bad would he make Kansas City? Y'all might not win 10 games.
That's exactly.
Home runs, Terry Ohtani's got you as number 1. Olsen 2, Alonso, Robert, Betts, Garcia, Soler, Schwarber, Albies, and J.D.
Ohtani's going to do
Martinez.
exactly what he's done all the time. He's looking good right now. Just wait. Come to about the middle of August, they'll pass him. Everybody will pass him. He runs out of steam.
11 people are over 300 right now. In 2002, 35 players finished over 300 on the season. Right now this year, only 11. In 2002, we had 40. God, all these guys are terrible. 73 people strike out over 100 times in 2002. How many are on pace this year? Let's see this. I don't know if the list will go that far. Well, we need to get down to 50. 199 people.
About double.
Oh, it's more than that. They're tied for 199. Yeah, 199 people.
200,
on pace.
205.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, are on pace
the way the
for
To double.
So 205 people are on pace to get 100 strikeouts this year. It's not fun to watch. And I'm not just saying it because our team's terrible this year. But that's just not. It's just not. All right. Let's see. Any other comments, suggestions? I think I went through all the fun stuff on the Twitter already.
No,
y'all more Jose? Much. Y'all more Canseco?
No, not really.
No, I think
only if he's talking about A-Rod.
Only if he's talking about. All right, JP. When we come back, we got NBA, the debut last night from the greatest thing we've ever seen since LeBron James.
Yeah, right.
Brandon Miller, Hornets guard, outscores Wimbiana.
He
KTC
did,
Broadcasting.
easily.
15-11.
A gas leak can be a killer. Just a small pinhole in a gas line put together with one small spark, and the unthinkable can happen. Now you can get a whole home gas line inspection by calling Today's Pro in Shelby. They'll be more than happy to come out and detect any gas leak that could lead to a disaster for your home. And with summer here, see Today's Pro in Shelby for your pool supplies. And yes, they do pool water tests as well. And they can fill your propane tanks too. Today's Pro, 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-600-8393. Online at thetodayspro.com.
Start your engine!
The Quaker State 400.
Blaney edges down to the bottom. He gets right to the bumper of the leader.
Martin Truex Jr. disposes of Tyler Reddick. Zigzags to the bottom spot with Christopher Bell pulling in.
Here comes Chase Elliott. The number 9 is going to lead the field once again off 4.
The crowd is going crazy at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Chase Elliott won the Quaker State 400.
The Quaker State 400. Sunday, July 9th at 6 p.m.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at kdcbroadcasting.com.
With CF Moto, you have the power to conquer more. From rocky creek beds to colossal mud pits to wooded mountainsides, CF Moto high-performance vehicles rip through the toughest terrain with ease. Outfitted with custom-designed liquid-cooled 4-stroke engines and an unmatched assortment of standard features, the CF Moto ATVs and side-by-sides do more than crush trailheads. Whether you're looking for the ultimate adrenaline rush or a heavy-duty machine, you can take on anything with CF Moto. Available at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Laurel.
Grizzly the Greeter says this month, get up to 10% off all buildings in stock. But if you're a first responder or serving our military, you get a double discount. It's their way to say thank you for your service. Also this month, Rain-X carport products are half price through July. Plus save an additional $200 on any returned building in stock. And register to win a brand new Yeti cooler at Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from Ace Hardware. Online at blessedbuildings-tinyhomes.com.
You'll be first on race day with a stop at Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. You'll find a full line of auto parts. They've got it all, and they even carry racing fuel. So before you head out to the track, get your racing fuel from Kings Mountain Auto Supply. Give them a call at 704-739-0391. In addition to great prices, you'll get friendly and knowledgeable service as well. Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. Open Monday through Friday from 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till noon. Like them on Facebook, too.
Before you head out on vacation this year, give your vehicle the once-over at Butler's Tire and Auto Service in Kings Mountain. They'll check your vehicle from front to back to make sure you and your family have a safe and fun trip, and see them for all your tire needs. Buy a set of 4 tires at cost with an installation package with name brands like Cooper, Goodyear, Bridgestone, Michelin, Kelly, Pirelli, and Kook and more. That's Butler's Tire and Auto Service, 404 East King Street in Kings Mountain, right across from KFC. Online at butlerstireauto.com and like them on Facebook too.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time.
Shop local with whatsupshopper.com, Carolina Country, and The Boss.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. They're talking a little bit of basketball, if I remember correctly.
I don't know if that's proper English, but you're correctly, I guess.
Well, I said basketball. So.
No, you said if I'm correctly. That's kind of weird.
Oh, well.
There you go.
27 minutes, 2 of 13.
2 out of 13, y'all.
I told you guys at the shoot around, and we talked about it a couple weeks ago, I told you how bad he was. He was wide open.
Couldn't
hit a shot.
People.
Told y'all that.
9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists.
Hey, hit all those free throws.
The great Wimbiana against the Charlotte Hornets. Gets the win, which isn't hard.
And they only scored 68 and 77 or something?
Considering 3 of our starters combined for 13 points. They suck so bad. Did you see LaMelo's comment?
No, I did not.
LaMelo, Tom, his goal this year is to be first team All-NBA and the MVP.
Oh, yeah, he's going to do that.
Terry, he was a last-minute addition to the All-Star team. And we're talking, I'm going to be the MVP. The delusion of grandeur
I don't understand.
that happens in that household is just amazing. There is no lack of confidence.
Right.
But
why would you come out and say that?
That's what he said. 3rd year, whatever it is. Didn't play half the season last year.
Because he just got that big $250 million contract.
I'm going for the MVP. Meanwhile, Brandon Miller, 16 points, 11 boards. How many fouls? He had 5
fouls.
He's not going to last.
Yeah.
He's fouled out of almost every game. It's been, jeez.
Well, now look out who he's out there on the court with.
Do you not know who T. Scott is or N. Smith Jr.?
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Or Kai Jones.
Kai Jones did
dunk all over
Wimby. I mean, I understand this is summer league, and this is what you do, and these guys come to play, but how many of them playing at 100%?
How many of those people are making the roster? I don't know any of these guys.
I don't know those guys. I've heard of Kai Jones and Book Knight.
Knight, yeah.
Yeah, because we drafted Book Knight 13th overall. But Bailey, McGowan's, Najee, Robinson, Mensah, Allegory, Black. Leaky Black couldn't even get on the floor in a summer league game. And Tar Heel fans, why didn't we make it? Hubert Davis' decision. Hubert Davis.
They said Manick's going to get to go to the Hawks. So we'll see, Mr. Teen Wolf.
Leaky Black can't even get on the floor in a summer game.
No minutes. Just stupid.
So Wimby on. I mean, and I've sent y'all some memes and stuff about this about Bo. Why would you not want Bo heads over heels over that guy? You know?
Chet Holmgren has been lighting it up.
He's been playing very well.
Chet.
He put on about 25 pounds. It's made a big difference.
Well, he was
like
very
7'2" or 3.
Very, very skinny.
I guess Leaky didn't get drafted.
No.
Okay.
No, good God. No. He did not get drafted. Terry, I did see a thing there. I don't know let's see if you know this. Do you know how Larry Bird first injured his back?
No.
You don't?
No.
Huh. I know something about the Celtics. Larry Bird. He
go.
does not. Larry Bird first injured his back building a driveway for his mother.
Oh, Lord.
In his 8th or 9th year, whatever it was, his mother needed a new driveway. Instead of paying someone to do it,
you're ready to say
Larry Bird digs it with his own shovel, lays it out, pours the gravel, lays all the gravel out by himself, and paves it all himself, did the whole thing himself. And that was the source of Larry Back's back injury, is that he did it building his mama a driveway instead of just paying the people to do it.
Wow.
I saw that and I was like, I wonder if Terry knows that, if that was ever mentioned back in the day. Because it was like they tried to keep this quiet. They didn't talk about it, but this is really what happened. And I was reading about it. And
all the money that man made.
And he couldn't pay somebody to pay
to do
his
a driveway.
Yep, that was it. Shovel and gravel, Terry. 6'9" Larry Bird.
Maybe got another.
Now was his mom like our grandma? Or if anybody else come out there,
it might have been. Yeah, I mean, you never know. She might have said nobody else is coming
fire
in her
one off at
yard,
him.
or she'd shoot them. I mean,
never sent nobody to fix grandma's house because if they did, it'd be crazy.
Yep, he did the driveway. Ruined his $20 million career by building his mother a driveway. Larry Bird said, I was wondering if I was going to be in a wheelchair. So, didn't know if you know that, Terry. So now you got something else for you there. What ifs? Lynn Bias and all drugs. Larry Bird shoveling, making building driveway.
What a big what would have been.
In 1985, he went back to French Lick, Indiana, and his mother needed a new driveway. And Larry decided to do it himself, says Dan Dyrick, his orthopedic therapist. Larry being the big superstar out there breaking his back, literally shoving gravel, and that was the beginning of the process of his back pains. Says his therapist, whatever he is. Every time I'd play, I was wondering if I was going to end up in a wheelchair. Larry Bird said, was I going to be able to, walk on the beach or hold my kids? His back would slip out of alignment and lock into abnormal positions, trying to create stability. While the pain could be managed for a few hours at a time, allowing Larry to hit the court, basically shot him with cortisone. The issues lingered. Even surgery couldn't completely return the star to form. So there you go, Terry. He was out showing gravel. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Comment?
No comment.
Terry would build his mother a driveway. Y'all would too.
No. Have you seen how long her driveway is?
That's true.
It's a half a mile long.
Half mile.
No. Damian Lillard demands to go to the Heat. Trailblazers say we'll send you wherever we want. Should they work with him and send him to the Heat or not?
So
he's
done. He's done.
He's done there.
He's done there because Scoot Henderson's there.
Yeah, and
then he got hurt.
Henderson's having
he got hurt
MRI
last night.
today.
Yep. Amen Thompson.
Yep.
On his shoulder.
He's out. Good job. Yeah.
He's pretty much said he wants to go to the Heat. The Heat don't have a trade package there's about 6 teams ahead of them. One of them is Boston that can give them a
the guy
trade
for
package.
the Heat, we just went to the Cavs in that 3-way trade where C.D. Osman went to the Spurs. So it was a 3-way trade. I guess that's why Lillard thinks he can go there because that was there. The guy plays wing, but he's 6'5". They say he's a little undersized for it, but I guess that would open up a spot for Lillard to be the main shooter for them, I guess.
Well, he said he wants to play Bam Adebayo or whatever the guy is, what he says he wants to play with. But and his agents come out and said, if anybody else trades for him, you're going to have an unhappy superstar, But these guys just kill me making, the money. He's making like $55, $60 million a year, and you're unhappy? Come on.
He's not. I don't know. These guys that demand this and demand that. I'm not sure I'd want him in town.
Well, I want to ask you something, and I guess I'm stupid when I ask this question, Tom, and you can probably say yeah. But when you go to
let's move on.
NFL, yeah, when you go to the NFL and you have preseason games, and you're a number 1 pick, are you playing? Heck no. They setting you out. They're not letting you get in there and play games. And here is old Scoot Henderson, Portland's next guy, who said that him and Damian couldn't play together on account of both of them doing the same thing. And now all of a sudden he's hurt and Damian wants out. So okay, Portland, you're lost. You have nothing, if Scoot don't come back for a while. And I don't understand none of that. I mean, if you're picked, you just don't go out there and play. Why do we have a summer league? What's this summer league about? What are we trying to accomplish? Well, I mean, it's the big thing because your stars are not playing summer league. It's all the other guys that's down on the bench.
That probably play a little rougher anyway.
And I don't know. I don't understand it. Okay.
I wonder if they've got a contract because all the rookies are.
I will say this.
I mean, I don't know.
People like it though. They talk about it. They
right.
watch it. People like
right.
it. Yeah.
But like, if I'm Terry, like, why would you have
those guys
Wimbeon out there?
Yeah.
Scoot or,
I mean, if you're one of the top 10 picks,
he's starting on your team. Practice in the facility. Don't put him out there to get hurt.
Not during the game.
I mean, that's like going. You're NFL. When does Dak come in? It's like the third game, and then he's only playing like a quarter.
Right.
I mean, and then when he comes in for the final one, well, he might do. Whatever.
I'd throw a couple more
get him out
interceptions.
there some more.
Yeah.
I'd agree, Terry. I don't know if I'd have the good why
even
why is
Holmgren's
Chet Holmgren out here right now? He missed a whole year.
Yeah.
And what if he gets hurt again in the summer league? Good job, guys. You sold some summer league tickets. I get it.
Do not understand.
All right, JP, let's take a break. When we come back. Oh, real quick, baseball. I did miss one thing. Mike Trout was injured. this week. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
heard
you saw
about
that.
that.
Yeah.
So
and
it's a weird
injury. Yeah, both of them.
So
hurt.
the injury he got hurt in, they're trying to cover this up as far as how long he's about to be out. It's a 6-week injury. It's the bone in your hand, and what happens is the barrel of the bat rotates in your hand, and it puts pressure on this bone. And a lot of the Major League Baseball players have been having this hamate bone, Hamate. It's called the hook of a hamate injury. Is when the barrel is grinding into that bone to a certain point, it just can't take it anymore, and it basically stress fractures. And it's a 4 to 6 week injury, and they're like, "Oh, he's on the 10-day DL." No, he's done for 2 months, and they just don't want to talk about it and get into it. But it takes that long to get fixed. What was interesting about that is so Major League Baseball players have had that, regular knobs or whatever, and someone's got the square knobs now to add extra weight, and they still do the same thing. The best thing actually for it is those axe handle knobs. I don't know if you guys have seen them in high school and the kids and stuff. That's actually the best thing for your hand. There's a baseball bat manufacturer. I don't remember which one it is that is producing now the handles for the Major League Baseball players. They're not axe handles per se, but they're slanted at a certain angle. They're not cut like the axe, but it looks like an axe handle, but it's close to an axe handle. So baseball's got it's a hamate bone problem is what it's called for the folks that might not know. So he's going to be out more than that. Let's see.
Yeah, I just saw that.
They might have a chance to make the playoffs now.
They do that a lot, but I was reading all this stuff about
take both of them.
Yeah, Tristan McKenzie coming back for the for Cleveland. Keep looking, and then see them went on the 60-day DL. Like, God, it's just one of those things. Sometimes they just do that. They're just very secretive about injuries, man.
Well, they're talking about a couple of things also before we go to break. They're talking about St. Louis getting rid of a lot of players coming up on this trade deadline. And then I heard last night that they're talking about Ohtani going to the Dodgers.
We got like 5 or 6 outfielders. We got no pitchers. We got plenty of outfielders that we got plenty of outfielders that can hit 250 and above and 30 homers. But we got like 5 or 6 of those, counting the catcher that we paid $100 million to. We just ain't got no defense, and we ain't got no pitching. There's the bat handles that we're talking about, Tom. You can see how the regular handles mashing into the lower part of your hand for you folks watching online. And there's it's not an axe handle, but it's close to
basically elongated or slanted it.
It's at a 25-degree angle, I think is what the angle was.
So it keeps it from being on that particular spot.
All right, guys, we come back. We'll talk NFL and more. KATCBroadcasting.com.
Kathy Moore, the new owner of Papa's Pizza to Go in Cherryville, invites you to come see them. They are now open 11 a.m. till 9 p.m., Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in or take out at Papa's Pizza to Go. Just call 704-435-6335 and enjoy their big buffet on Wednesdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. until 7:30. It's all you can eat. Check out their new menu with pizza, subs, wings, salads, and more. And check out the new games, too, in the game room. Papa's Pizza to Go, 1002 East Main Street in Cherryville. Online at papaspizzatogo.com and like them on Facebook, too.
For over 60 years, Boyd Tire and Appliance has been serving the Clover and surrounding area with the finest quality of home appliances, televisions, lawn equipment and parts, tires, and more. They feature in-house financing with 90 days same as cash, and they service what they sell. Drop by their showroom at 110 North Main Street in Clover, open 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Call 803-222-3231 for Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com.
Join us for our live Sunday morning worship services on WHS. It's the Sunday morning worship service from Calvary Baptist Church in Shelby, and on WCSL, it's the Sunday morning worship service from First Baptist Church in Cherryville.
They do it all at All Ray Tire in Dallas. No matter what your automotive problem is, chances are they'll have it fixed and you'll be back on the road in no time at all. And check out All Ray Tire for the best tire deals in the area. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and from 8 a.m. till noon on Saturday. That's All Ray Tire of Dallas, located at 814 Lower Dallas Highway in Dallas. Other locations include Cherryville, Shelby, Morganton, and Forest City. That's All Ray Tire.
Think of Keith's Customs in Cherryville for all of your car and truck restorations. Keith also does insurance work from start to finish. They can assure you of a just-like-new experience. Located on 150 next to Ferguson's Ace Hardware in Cherryville. Stop today and see the pros at Keith's Customs. Remember, there's no substitute for experience. Keith's Customs of Cherryville.
Thank you, Dan. And don't forget, Keith's Customs in Cherryville is now open 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6 on Saturday. That's Keith's Customs in Cherryville.
Keep the summer heat off your car or truck with new metal roofing, a carport or building from Acre Enterprises in Cherryville, serving this area for over 37 years. Their prices will not be beat on 40-year metal roofing. Right now, 3x12 black, red, white, and silver Galvalume is just $30. See them today and save money. That's Acre Enterprises, 1220 Shelby Road, Highway 150 West in Cherryville, right across from Food Line. Online at acrecarports.com and like them on Facebook too.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk. I believe they're talking NFL now. I'm pretty sure I heard that correctly, but I mean, I don't know. They might be still talking about basketball or one of the others. I'm not really sure.
Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome back. KTC Broadcasting. We've got American Legion Baseball today. 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock today on KTC. 101.5 FM Cleveland County is in Matthews today at 3 o'clock. Or 92.9 FM, 7 o'clock tonight. Cherryville and Caldwell County. Cherryville looking to close that out. Welcome back to the show. We are here in Cherryville, live on 92.9 and YouTube. All right, Terry, you got anything you want to talk about next? You got a list? You got grievances today?
No grievances.
No grievances today. All right.
I got a lot of grievances, but we'll not discuss them.
I've got our weird news of the day. I was hoping JP he'll get back in here in a minute. We'll get in that in a minute. We'll do the weird news when he's back in here. All right. The most beloved ACC football player, whatever this means, according to ChatGTP.
Is this a real thing, or is this what the computers compiled?
What the computers say. The most beloved football player at every ACC school. See if we can guess. The favorite player, I guess, at every ACC school. Boston College.
Doug Flutie.
Yes. Clemson.
Watson.
You're not going to guess. CJ Spiller.
Oh, well, I could see that.
Duke. Duke. The most beloved Duke player, Terry. You don't know that? You're a Duke fan. No text from Robbie. No text from Gerald.
David Brown.
David Brown. The answer is Wes Chesson. Ever heard of Wes Chesson?
Nope.
Me neither. Florida State. Who's the most beloved Seminole?
Deion Sanders.
That's probably a good guess, but no.
Ward.
That's what I would have.
You're
guessed.
in the neighborhood.
That's what I would have.
You're in the neighborhood, Terry, but not quite.
Burt Reynolds.
Of all those,
awesome. He plays for Florida State.
Ron Simmons.
Burt Reynolds. Work done.
Yeah. I would have said Ward too, though.
Beloved Florida State.
He was a really good guy.
Well, Ward Dunn, helped a lot of people. Yeah.
Good football player.
Yeah.
The Rambling Wreck of Georgia Tech.
I'm not sure I can name any of their players.
He was a transformer.
If you can guess who the best player ever from there is.
He was a transformer.
You could probably get it. Yep, transforming the game at Georgia Tech, Tom. Terry, no guesses?
No guesses.
Megatron. We gave you a hint.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Calvin Johnson.
God, he was a beast.
Yeah.
He was a beast.
That's right. I forgot about that.
How about Wake Forest? Who's the most beloved Wake Forest demon deacon of all time?
Brian Piccolo.
I ain't never heard of this guy here.
Y'all never heard of Brian Piccolo?
No, I was talking about the guy here. I can see the answers. I can see the answers.
You don't have to see the answers. You could look that way.
Oh, I'm seeing. I don't know these guys.
Yes, you do.
I know a couple.
Riley Skinner. Ever heard of Riley Skinner?
No.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Virginia, the most beloved Virginia Cavalier. I've never heard of this person, by the way, is my hint.
Oh, I would say Ralph Sampson, but we're talking football.
Yeah, that's right. Hard to name a lot of Virginia.
The only Virginia Cavalier, it was Matt Shaw played there, didn't he?
Which one of the Barbers played there?
Shaw played there?
Yeah.
He did, didn't he?
One of the Barbers played there, right?
Did both of them not
Both
play
of them
there?
play there? Yeah. Tiki Ronde played there.
Sean Moore.
Don't
Ever
know
heard of
who that
Sean
is.
Moore?
Yeah.
Who is that?
He's got some big names coming up after this.
You don't know football.
Big names.
Who is the most beloved Virginia Tech Hokie? Defense is mine.
Buffalo.
Michael Vick.
Zach. Like, you don't have to tell him his whole history.
It's not Michael Vick?
I said defense, first of all, and he missed that hint. He said Michael Vick. Bruce Smith.
Yeah, that's right. He did play for Virginia Tech.
B. Bruce Smith. Most beloved Louisville Cardinal.
Lamar Jackson.
There you go.
Good guess.
How about the most beloved North Carolina Tar Heel?
Lawrence Taylor.
No, beloved, Tom. Come on. not the best. Loved. We like this guy.
Yeah.
Let's hug him. Let's do a line of Lawrence Taylor.
They still love Lawrence Taylor. I don't care. I don't care how much cocaine he's doing.
Julius Peppers.
That's a good guess, Terry.
Not a bad guess.
The Choo Choo Man. Cherville's own.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie.
Choo
Choo Justice.
Nobody even knows who he is anymore.
He just won the most beloved Tar Heel. Nobody knows who he is, Tom.
Come on.
He'll run straight through. He's better than Syracuse's most beloved player.
Jim Brown.
Yes.
And Pitts.
Tony Dorsett.
Didn't Charlie Choo Choo win a Heisman over Brown? I believe so. I don't know if they're the same years.
Sure, there's no bias. No bias back then. Nah.
I don't know the years.
Sure, were straight up stats back then.
Who is the most beloved Pittsburgh Panther? Now, this is the toughie.
Tony Dorsett.
Dan Marino.
Zach, you already looked. Terry's right. Yeah. Tony Dorsett wins.
He had to be one of those two.
Over Dan Marino. It could have been Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
True.
I saw his last game was at Bank of America Stadium in college. It's the bowl game.
How about NC State Wolfpack, Terry?
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I would say Phillip Rivers if I had to guess.
No more guesses?
Who is the
CJ Wilson.
I know better. I know better than that.
Torrey Holt.
Torrey Holt.
No, Phillip Rivers is your answer.
I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers is your answer. It's amazing Russell Wilson didn't win that. All right, and the last one. The U.
It's be a tough one, though.
Miami. Who is the Miami Hurricanes' most favorite player of all time, according to their fans, Terry?
Michael Irvin.
I was going to say Michael Irvin.
Wait a minute. None of y'all are going to say the man of the year, the greatest person who's ever walked the earth.
How about Jeremy Shockey? Jeremy Shockey
was good.
That was, but
Greg Olson.
He's the greatest person ever, Terry.
No.
Man of the year.
Right.
Wrong.
Greg Olson is the most beloved University.
I know better than that. You'd have to show me that. Yeah, there's no way.
All right, it was Bernie Kosar.
Bernie Kosar.
Really?
No.
What was you going to say?
Michael, the playmaker Irvin was the correct answer.
There we go.
The playmaker. Michael Irvin, the most beloved Miami Hurricane. I could have swore it was going to be.
We discussed that.
Greg Olson.
All right. Well, how come like Michael Irvin is, but when I say Lawrence Taylor, you guys laugh. I mean, Michael Irvin got his share of trouble too, right? I mean, come on.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We discussed this last week at the ball game, y'all.
Allegedly.
We was talking about players, and all of a sudden Greg Olson come up, and I said, yeah, that was man of the year. And all of them was looking at me, and I said, yeah, go back to Miami when things he did there.
Yeah,
I said, yeah, man of the year.
Terry, did you hear us reading Earnhardt's quotes last week?
No, I did not.
You didn't hear us about the fast tracks?
No.
Talladega when you was riding?
No.
I'll read this real quick for you. We'll bring
About
it
6 months before he died.
It's a few months before he died. This is
Earnhardt
talking about I was hoping you were listening, but I guess since you weren't, I'll pull it up. Earnhardt talking about this is Dale Earnhardt discussing the speeds, Terry. And had some choice words. The drivers were complaining about going too fast. Okay. I've heard some drivers saying we're going too fast at Charlotte. We're going too fast here. Talking about Daytona. If you're not a race car driver,
and not a racer, stay home. Don't hear and grumble about going too fast. Stay the hell home. Get out of the race cars if you've got feathers on your legs or your booty. He said a different word. Put a kerosene rag around your ankles so the ants won't climb up there and eat your candy butt. So that's Earnhardt Sr. talking about them. The other drivers talking about going too fast, and Bobby Allison's car went with the retaining fence at 210 miles per hour when they started using restrictor plates in 87. And so it goes on the story a little bit, talking about all that stuff and the speeds. And they get back to Dale, and he vented frustration for Earnhardt. Says, are they going to pull the insurance if you run over 200 miles per hour? I'm just saying we need to grow up here and decide if we're going to race or what we're going to do. Right now we're not racing. We're just existing on the track together. So he was not, Terry, a fan of your pack racing. And so that was his comments about the drivers and everything. He wanted to unleash them, Terry.
With all the safety stuff they got now, they about could. You know, the way they've got the car.
Well, I want to say something about him. I mean, you remember why Talladega race when he was like 16th, 17th place with like 4 laps to go, and he ended up winning the darn thing. You know, and because, I mean, he might say that, but he could race whether you were packed or not packed or whatever.
Right. He just said he didn't like it.
Yeah.
It wasn't saying he couldn't do it good. But he wanted to unleash the speeds, and they talked about was the 220 was the fastest we've got, I think, at Talladega. And it's only, I mean, we've seen 210 or whatever, and I don't know. I agree with you, Zach, that I think that now would be a good time to. They're experimenting with all kinds of things. You know, let them go. All right. Let's see. Skip it over there. All right. NFL. Zach, Panthers, Super Bowl. No, just Joxx.
Us being in the Super Bowl is like LaMelo Ball winning the MVP.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Well, I'm glad they're gonna.
We might have a better chance than that.
People are gonna pay money to watch Bryce Young play.
I think they're gonna be. I still think they're gonna have. I think they're gonna be competitive in that division.
They want to see if this kid can play. Yeah, it's gonna be. You know, I think it's generated some excitement in Charlotte, which Charlotte needs. That you got the number 1 overall pick, and they basically we're not doing this Andy Dalton for 2 years nonsense. We traded up to get the guy. We're gonna play him. So I mean, I like that. I mean, it's going to make me actually watch a Panthers game.
Yeah.
You know, because I want to see if this kid's the real deal. I want to see if he can do it. So, you know.
I'm going to save you some time, Tom. No.
You don't know that, Kevin. You haven't seen him do anything.
I've seen Kyler Murray play. Terry, you agree?
I agree. I mean, I'm the
I've
same
seen Doug
way.
Flutie play.
I
think
he deserves the right to play.
He's taller than Kyler Murray.
A half an inch.
No, he's 5. What is he? 5'11", right? Kyler Murray's like 5'6". Come on now. I mean, they say Murray's 5'8". He's probably not 5'8". I mean, you know, he's not Kyler Murray.
No, Bryce Young at 5'10". Right. Kyler Murray 5'10".
There's no way Kyler Murray's
Kyler
5'10".
Murray at the Kyler Murray at the combine measured 5'10" and 1/8 of an inch. Bryce Young at the combine measures 5'10" and 1/8 of an inch. Exact same height, and he's slower than Kyler Murray. And you're telling me he's going to be better. Okay. Good job, Panthers.
I mean, can we watch the kid play
But
first?
then on the background, don't get me wrong, me and Zach also sat here and said they should have went after CJ.
Yeah. Well, we all said that. We all said that because he's got the bigger. He's bigger, much bigger. Yeah, and he's got just the arm is just a cannon. You know, I mean, he can make the throws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those difficult throws, deep outs.
Look what happened to Tua. You know, and him getting hurt. It worries me with these, you know, smaller guys in there. But I mean, but Russell Wilson beefed up. How tall is Russell Wilson? 5'10"?
5'10". Yeah.
He beefed up though. Little.
Before he went crazy and started doing weird Subway commercials. Now Denver's like, what have we done?
5'11". He's an inch taller.
Mm-hmm. Wilson listed at 5'11". Drew Brees 6 foot. They used to talk about how short he was. Alabama quarterback. short.
Give him a chance first. Let's see it unfold. Let's see him play.
They've been a lot of
time. I mean, whether you think he's going to fail or succeed, you want to watch the first game.
Did he not fail in college?
How did he fail in college?
Did he win national championship?
Kevin,
he's got the best players in America, don't he, Terry? Does he not have the best players in America, Tom?
Weren't you the one saying that it's stupid to say that if you didn't win the championship, it's a failure?
At Alabama, it is. Total failure.
I just think
if C.J. Wilson was at he went at Ohio State. If one of those other quarterbacks was at Alabama, they've won. If Stetson Bennett was at Alabama last year, would they have won it?
I don't know. Old Stetson, he's one step ahead of the jailer these days. What's he even doing? He's like 36 years old.
Yeah, he's like Chris Winky.
It's like, is he playing in the NFL? Anybody draft him?
Yeah, I think he got drafted.
Did he?
I'm sure of that.
Round.
Who did he get drafted by? AARP?
L.A. Rams. L.A. Rams.
Oldest quarterback they got on the roster.
He's 25 years old.
He'll never see that.
I think Chris Winky was 27.
He was, yeah.
Winky was 28.
Was he 28? He had a ball spot.
28. Yes. The coach had more hair than the quarterback. It was like 1960. You go back and look at my 1960s football cards. They all had male pattern baldness. Here comes Winky. Winky would have been a Hall of Famer for the Cleveland Browns in 1963 with Jim Brown.
Oh, man, you guys are too much.
He was.
Getting back to the serious point, let's at least watch him play. I'm not saying I'm not saying guaranteed. I just think you guys take the air out of anything exciting comes. And this station's the Panthers affiliate. It's like, can we get excited?
They're going to win a division.
Can we get excited about anything?
I do think we're going to win the division. I do.
Well, you got Tampa Bay. You got Baker.
You got New Orleans defense.
You got New Orleans defense. You got
That's going to show him a lot of stuff that he's been out of. I mean, think of it. He come out of college. Those people in the NFL are going to show him a lot of different stuff.
No, that's our number one. That's our rookie.
It's a rookie. What is he, the team dad? No.
He's the quarterback
He just
coach.
graduated college.
Our rookie quarterback's older than our coach. If it had been drafted by McVay, he'd have been older than the coach.
That's the way 28-year-old people looked in 1950, though.
That's what he was saying about the football players back in the day.
It's like, because I think around all the cigarette smoke, it just kind of aged him,
I know one off the top of my head that was bald. I'll pull him up right
Terry
here.
Bradshaw was bald when he was like 30.
John Haddle.
Wasn't Kenny Stabler bald too? I want to say he was bald.
Kenny Stabler?
I believe he was bald.
Stabler had the long flowing hair.
Yeah, but I think he was bald on top.
He was Hulk Hogan.
Here's John Haddle.
I think that's what it was.
This
Look
is who
at
I was
that.
thinking about. There's Chris Winky.
My gosh.
That's who
He
the
looks like
Panthers
the
drafted
janitor at the school.
in the first round. Packers quarterback number 21.
Hey, brother, can you take the trash out of my locker? Oh, you're the quarterback.
He was Flutie before Flutie.
Stabler. I think he was bald on top.
Number 21.
He's like 70 in that picture.
Oh my gosh, that's
Look
funny.
at Jerry Tagg. He looks like the guy off of Tater Tot movie. What's the name of that?
I was gonna say
what's the guy's name? Rico.
Uncle
Rico.
Off Napoleon.
Looks just like
Dynamite.
Rico.
Stabler he's a sexy man, wasn't he?
I thought like he was bald on top and had the long hair, like the Hulk Hogan style. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong. Stabler.
That looks like Dr. Death Steve Williams.
No, I was wrong.
There's Stabler now.
Yeah.
Oh, she's still got the same haircut.
I'm thinking of somebody else.
He's got the same barber. He ain't never changed.
Yeah.
Wasn't Stabler voted like the sexiest man in football or something
I can't remember. It seemed like one guy had the long.
There's Stabler at Bama.
Yep. Oh,
He looks like he's 50.
I know.
And there he is as a Raider.
Yeah. Cigarette hanging out.
That's Dr. Death Steve Williams.
He does look like a wrestler.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He looks just like him.
Dr.
It's bothering me who I can't think of who popped in my mind besides Bradshaw. I knew Bradshaw lost all his hair early.
Oh, yeah, Bradshaw. Definitely.
Yeah.
The ball.
Yeah.
Terry, I saw they were making fun of a
Dr. Death.
It does look like him. Yeah.
Terry, they was making fun of Roger Staubach completion the other day in the Super Bowl. You know which one I'm talking about?
The one. Which one did he throw?
Where they dropped it in the end zone.
Oh, Smith dropped it. Heck
No. The one where they called it a touchdown. He threw it a Hail Mary, and the wide receiver had it for like 1/5 of a second. And the umpire called it a touchdown. I'm thinking it was. We'll look at all 8 of them. I'll figure it out in a second. But it was pretty bad. They were talking about instant replay and how the game has changed and everything, and how they went to like 10 angles to watch this play. And sit like,
I almost wish they wouldn't do it. It slows the game down so much, especially in basketball. It's awful.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's terrible in basketball. Gosh almighty.
God, look where the goalposts were. That's old school, ain't it?
On the front.
That's
when they were halfway through, when they're in the middle of the end zone, when people used to run into it.
Right after the goal line.
Yep.
I mean, how dangerous was that, really? Like, you can...
Oh, yeah, they didn't care back then, man.
This might have been, I think this is it. I'm going to pull it up a second. I'll make sure. Yeah. I don't know the name. I can't remember. Terry will tell me here in a second. But
check out the kicker.
That's probably Zendejas.
Look like Sebastian Janikowski. Humongous.
All right, Terry. Here's the play. It's against Denver, and I'll see. I don't know if there's any audio on this. Let's see. That was the play against. This is all of Staubach's touchdown passes. The video I'm watching. So this is up against Denver. This is the one that was the most ridiculous one. Let's see, Zach.
Was it Golden White Shoes?
Yeah,
Golden Richards.
Yeah,
that's the guy I think you're talking about here.
Now,
because they would have never counted it.
No. It wasn't even close.
Not today.
Not today. Now, here's what I want to point out though. Staubach throws this from the 45 to the. Yeah, he would have landed pretty much on the goal line, and it's a laser beam. No, this isn't like, woo. Let's Tua Tagovailoa this thing up in the air for 30 yards and hope somebody comes down with it. Like, so when they say bigger, faster, stronger, Terry. Staubach whips this ball. I wasn't expecting how hard he threw this ball. But let's see if we got any sounds. That
now going back into the shotgun spot.
So Pat somewhere.
One deep.
Look at that.
Oh, what a catch. And he dropped it.
Oh, my God.
Catch that?
Johnson.
Wow.
What an effort. A 45-yard touchdown shot from Staubach.
No way.
To Cliff Johnson. Look at this one.
Cliff Johnson. He doesn't come close to catching it.
Not even close.
You got to sell it like you did, don't you, Terry?
It wasn't because of the throw.
No, the throw.
I mean, it was. I mean, he might have barely overthrew him, but
watch this.
That should have been.
Shoulder hits the ground.
Oh, my Lord.
Look at the referee.
He's not even looking at it.
Referee need to take a stand before he threw up the touchdown sign.
What an effort by
Look at this lineman.
He made a possession. Once he hit the ground,
watch this catch. He only has to have possession over
that's what his possession, right, Terry?
That's right.
Catch. Shoulders down.
He's down.
Oh, referee, touchdown.
All you got to do is just barely put it over.
Got to control the ball through the catch.
Yeah, nowadays you do.
Now, this angle is the one I'm talking about where you can just see how strong of an arm Staubach had right here when he slung this ball. Like, this is right down the alley.
Do not
Look
show.
at that. That's 55 yards, 20 feet off the ground.
On a rope.
Don't show Des Bryant that video.
No. Yeah. Des was way closer to a catch than that was, wasn't it?
Was there not but there wasn't even an argument.
No,
the other coach didn't even argue in the call. That's the thing I can't get
The
over.
referee looked like a fan.
Who was
Look at he's not even looking. He's not even looking at the.
He's looking at the defender.
Oh, touchdown.
That's what he said. He's down.
And that
referee never saw that ball touch the ground, Tom.
No.
If you look away when he touches his hands, it's a catch.
That's the reason I say today's NFL is totally different. If the receiver has to have possession through the carry to come up with it, then if I'm trying to score and just barely put the ball over and it gets knocked out of my hands, I could care less. You should still have possession.
I agree. I that's one of the rules that I've always questioned since the running back can do it.
That made it.
It's got to be both ways.
Made it 20-3 there. But yeah,
that was old Craig Morton playing for Denver back then. I believe. Yep.
Billy Joe Dupree, man.
Check out that big rascal.
I'm telling you, he could play.
That's a big boy. Was he a tight end?
Yeah, he was a tight end.
Good gracious.
The Roger Staubach highlights.
This is before mine and Kevin's time.
You know what you never see anymore? You never see the split backs anymore
Our-
like that. You
our-
never
No.
I think mine. I know my first Cowboys quarterback that I ever witnessed was.
Remember who it was, Kevin? Probably Danny White.
It was Danny White.
Danny White was good.
He was Danny White. He was a heck of a punter, wasn't he, Terry?
Yeah, he
Danny
could punt, and he was a heck of a quarterback. Look up his winning percentage. That's all you got to see.
See, we had was Danny White. I've actually got his starting lineup.
All right. Any other news and notes on the NFL, guys?
Panthers going to win the
It's
division.
not long. It's not long before it starts, guys.
All right. It's much funner to watch.
Who is it? The Jets and in the first game, Hall of Fame game, they had to come early.
That I don't know about preseason. I thought you were about regular season.
Yeah,
Regular
I'm talking
season
about
is
preseason.
September 7th. Detroit opens up the season.
Okay, I'm
We're
talking
Is that a
about
Thursday
preseason.
night?
We're opening up the season with Detroit
And the
on
Falcons?
Thursday Night Football.
Who's playing them?
At Kansas City.
Ooh,
That's going to be ugly.
be
Well,
careful. Be careful. Detroit will be in the playoffs.
I think they will.
I do too.
But against Kansas City,
Hand me y'all's drinks. I need to
see what's in them.
test them for
Yeah.
alcohol. That y'all just said Detroit's going to the playoffs.
They will be in the playoffs.
Well, you know,
Terry.
Aaron's gone
They
from
got better.
Aaron's gone from Green Bay.
They got
Minnesota's
better.
not going in there. Chicago,
I'm telling you, Detroit probably win that
I
division.
think they will too. We got to do our picks coming soon.
I know. That's why I'm gonna tell you. That's one of those in and out deals.
Minnesota went 13-4 last year.
Okay.
They're
No
rebuilding.
Davin Cook.
They're the Detroit Lions.
You know, just wait.
They're the Detroit Lions.
You just got rid of your best running back that you had.
Division might win or might have 7 wins. Them in the South is going to be the worst. The NFC is just going to be
bad.
horrible. Horrible football. Listen to these. The Giants, Daniel Jones, Commanders,
The
Tar
NFC
Heel
East will be
quarterback, Terry. The
It
Eagles
will.
will be strong. I just said
Dallas-
Daniel Jones,
Dallas will beat Philadelphia. If y'all thinking that's going to
Sam
happen.
Howell. You've got Jared. Both of these just picked Detroit to win the division, Tom. I don't know where you are with that one. Minnesota as Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff in Detroit, Jordan Love and Justin Fields in Chicago. NFC South quarterbacks are Baker Mayfield, a little person in Carolina, Derek Carr, and I have no idea who's in Atlanta. Who's in Atlanta?
It's probably the
is that
second
Ritter
year.
still?
I think it is Ritter.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic football.
That's why I said we're going to win the division.
These teams are awful. San Francisco, don't know who their quarterback is. It's either a third stringer or Trey Lance, a failed first stringer.
Trey Lance is
Seattle
the third
has
stringer.
Geno Smith. The Rams have rebuilt and went 5-12 this year, and the Arizona Cardinals got Kyler Murray. The NFC is awful. Just pick the names out of the hats. That's just terrible. What AFC? Russell Wilson.
Man, they strong over there.
Who's in Vegas now?
The guy from San Francisco, Garoppolo.
Herbert, and Mahomes. They have more quarterbacks that are better in that division than the whole NFC.
That's gonna be a tough division.
Houston has an Ohio State quarterback. Who's in Indianapolis? Florida's first-round
Florida
pick.
Richardson.
Tennessee's got Tannehill, and Sunshine is in Jacksonville. That's an awful division. Cincinnati's got a good quarterback.
Sunshine was pretty good last year.
He's gonna win it again this year.
He's pretty good last year, Kevin.
You got to give him credit.
For what?
He just dismisses Lawrence getting Jacksonville to the playoffs. And I'm not even a Clemson fan, but I'm just going to say he got his team to the playoffs.
And he'll do it again this year.
So,
yeah,
just like with the Detroit Lions, someone in that division has to make the playoffs. Just because you're the shiniest turd in the toilet bowl, Tom.
But somebody's got to
doesn't
win your
mean you're
division.
not a turd.
That's how you get there.
Where does-
Somebody's
where-
got to
where-
win your division.
Where does turds come from?
Yeah, Terry, you want to explain that one?
I mean, you know.
I mean, I'm not even, and I.
Jacksonville, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Houston are all turds.
I'm telling you.
Tampa, Carolina, New Orleans, Atlanta, turds. Minnesota, Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, turds. Washington, turd. Arizona, turd. Seattle, turd. Rams,
The only
turd.
thing that bothers me is them Green Bay fans are not going to like what's getting ready to have with Love. Here's your chance. Everybody's been wanting it. You got it now. Love is your quarterback. And if you can't win 10 games, then you're going to say, where's Rodgers? Because Rodgers won 10 games every year.
They're out
average.
They're out in the middle of nowhere. They might be done for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
their defense is good.
Lawrence had a 95.2 rating last year, Kevin.
That's cute. Did he win the playoffs?
Kevin.
Did he win the playoffs?
Kevin.
You got to get them there first.
It doesn't matter like what you say. He always says like if he won a playoff game, you know, what would he say? Did he win the Super Bowl?
From the start,
if he won the Super Bowl,
said that Trevor
was he
Lawrence
MVP of the Super Bowl?
will never
win.
This is the thing.
It never ends
Trevor
with him.
Lawrence will never end anything as long as his hair is long.
If this is the reason,
that makes I mean that's the stupidest thing you've ever said. Like a guy with
Justin
hair was
Justin
long.
Herbert ain't winning nothing.
Did Stabler win the Super Bowl?
Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Did he have long hair?
In 1972.
Did he have long hair? Yes. Okay.
But you're basically saying Burrow is no good then.
Why?
Because he ain't won a Super Bowl.
I didn't say that. I said Trevor Lawrence shouldn't have been the number 1 overall pick. He's a bust. He'll never win anything.
He's a bust. He's in the playoffs with a 95 rating. Come on. And I hate Dabo Swinney with a passion, but I'll still say that about Trevor Lawrence, that I don't understand why you just dismiss anything he's done. You just can't do that. Just because you said 3 years ago.
8, Tom.
Just because you said 3 years ago he's got long hair and no one's going to listen to him. So when he's in the playoffs with a 95 rating, you still got to come up with your BS why he's terrible.
How'd they do in the playoffs? What was the score?
Did they won the first game? Did they not?
I think they did.
Yeah, they won the first game and then they got beat in the second round.
I think they played Kansas City in the second.
Yeah, or something like I can't remember how it all went down. I have to look. I got to look again.
I think they won first round. Kansas City was waiting on them in second round.
I got to see now. It's making me mad now.
He's a loser. They're all losers with the long hairs.
I mean, it's just you can't. It's just that's just dumb, Kevin. You just can't say, "Well, he had long hair, so he's terrible." That's like you can't do that.
Why?
I mean, because it's
dumb. Why can't I say it?
I mean, because you're supposed to be on a sports show, like with knowledge, not just.
Go ahead and say it, Kevin. You're right.
It's exact. It's a great. Tom Brady, no long hair. Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw,
Kevin's
John
always
Elway,
right.
Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, Brett Favre, Pat Mahomes, Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Kurt Warner, Russell Wilson, Donovan McNabb, Jim Kelly, Drew Brees, and Bart Starr. Those are the quarterbacks with most playoff wins. Which one of those had a ponytail?
I don't think he has a ponytail, Kevin.
Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, John Elway, Peyton Manning, Roethlisberger, Favre, Mahomes, Aikman, Staubach, Rodgers, Flacco, Kurt Warner, Russell Wilson, McNabb, Jim Kelly, Drew Brees, and Bart Starr. 9 playoff victories, most in NFL history. Which one of them has a ponytail, Tom?
I mean, it's just,
which one of them can put their hair in pigtails besides John Haddle?
All right.
The 5th one.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. Did Ken Stabler win 2 playoff games?
Yeah, they went and they defeated the Chargers 31-30.
Another guy with long hair.
And then they got
2 guys with long hair had a perm
beat.
contest, and one of them won the perm contest.
He won a playoff game
over another girl. That doesn't count.
I wish Justin Herbert would walk in here.
When 2 girls play.
Herbert would walk in here, 6'6", 250. Oh, call me a girl again, Kevin.
He is a girl. He is a girl. Did you not see him try to kiss that dude in the movie?
He would throw you through that window,
Did you not see him try to kiss that guy in the movie? He tried to. Which was it, the lineman? He tried to kiss him. He tried to kiss the defender in the movie. You've never seen him? You have not seen.
I can't
remember the Titans.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. And remember the Titans? Sunshine tried to kiss the defense.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
What's a movie got to do with anything?
Because that's who's playing quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I just wish I could take Kevin to a game and go ahead. There's Justin Herbert right there. Go call him a girl. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you.
Wait a minute. You don't think Philadelphia fans call him worse than a girl when he comes in there? Come on, Tom.
Yeah, but
go on, Tom. They'll throw
out of the
battery
reach
at
of his grasp, they might call him a girl.
I'll throw a battery.
They ain't going up to him on the street and calling him a girl. I guarantee you that.
Wasn't Sunshine the character made after Ken Stabler anyway?
It might be
because they got the same color jerseys. That's what I was just saying that.
I got Stabler mixed up. He was the opposite of bald. Yeah, he had I knew it was something with his hair. I knew it was unique one way.
I'm trying to find his playoff stats. Here we go. Ken Stabler.
Was he the snake?
Yeah.
Okay, I got something to tell you about that shortly.
Kenny Stabler played in a grand total of 4 playoff games in his career.
Did he win the Super Bowl?
And one of them he did
Okay.
at age
Right.
31.
So what are we talking about here? He won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So what are we talking about? What do you mean? What are we talking about?
Well, you're sitting there saying that the guy's hair's got something to do with the ability to play football, which is just stupid. it just doesn't. Even
I just named the 15 most win quarterbacks, and not a single one of them could put their hair in a ponytail. But that's stupid.
Does Aaron Rodgers not put his?
Now he ain't won nothing in 15 years since he started doing that.
He won a
Terry,
Super Bowl
when he had it. Yeah, Tom. Oh, you mean pull up the picture of what his hair looked like when he won the Super Bowl? It looked like this. It was short, cut, razored up, nice and lined up.
He won the Super Bowl.
Not with long hair, he didn't. Not with long hair.
He might win it with the Jets this year, with a man bun. He might win it.
I would doubt that.
I just never seen such a hair hater before. I mean, what's his deal, Terry?
I could understand if Terry was a hair hater.
It's just facts.
I'm just sitting there listening to him. That's all I'm doing.
Zach, that's below the belt, dude. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you.
I mean,
that's not even funny, Zach. That's just bad.
What is it? I mean,
Terry could have been an all-pro quarterback back in the 60s. God, Terry.
That's wrong.
1977 Super Bowl. I'll look that up. Super Bowl Raiders.
The Raiders.
And who'd they beat? The Vikings? Is that what it was?
Well, it was Fran Tarkenton, man.
Poor Vikings, man. How much bad luck did they have in the Super Bowls? So, you know,
there's
what I'm saying?
another guy that was real little that could never win a Super Bowl.
About Tarkenton?
Mm-hmm.
Tarkenton wasn't that little, was he? He ran around now. Now he did like to run. Remember that?
He might have been under 6
I think
foot.
that was the game where Tarkenton threw the ball and it got batted back and he caught it and ran. And they said you can't do that. Like they just pulled it out of thin air. Well, you can't do that. Well, why? Well, you just can't. Because they got together, like stopped the game and talked about it. I wonder if that was the one against the Raiders where it's like, because I can remember like the old NFL Films guy. They thought it was ridiculous, a Tarkenton to Tarkenton completion. So they just, you could do that now.
Man,
I mean, if they bat the ball, anybody
you
can
would
catch
want
it
you
and
to
run.
do it, yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of times the quarterback's smart. Like if it comes right back at him, he just smacks it down because they don't want to get killed. But Fran was fun to watch. I remember, like, I was too young to remember, but he'd run around like highlights.
Had a good coach, Bud Grant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bud Grant did coach them. Yep, that's right. Back in the 70s.
That old Jim Marshall that scored a touchdown for the wrong
that's
team.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, when you think of Minnesota, I think of a lot of things.
Nobody was chasing him, and nobody was
That's
chasing him.
And everybody else from the other team come congratulating him.
Was a safety.
That is one of the best videos.
Because he scored. He threw the ball out of the end zone as a safety. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
the other team come congratulating him. Thank you.
Oh, man, that was funny.
In that Super Bowl, Stabler threw for 180 yards, 1 touchdown. Fran Tarkenton threw for 205 with 1 touchdown, 2 picks. And Bob Lee come in for him. I guess Tarkenton got hurt. Bob Lee was 7-9 to 81 yards and a touchdown. He come in and lit up the Raiders.
Lit them up. I think the game where it went off to another show, is it? You know,
is that the Heidi Bowl?
Yeah, that's what
the
I was
77
asking.
game?
Is that the one where it went and nobody saw the end of it?
That's when Namath was in that game.
Okay.
It's like Namath was making like
that
some
was
kind of
but it was a Raider game, wasn't
it?
Yeah, but he's
Raiders
making like a
Jets.
comeback. Yeah,
Raiders and Jets.
Yeah.
AFC Championship.
Yeah. Because Namath had been hurt so many times, and he coming back, and he was like having this great game, and then he got interrupted by a stupid television show.
All right, JP, when we come back, we'll finish up the show, kdcbroadcasting.com.
Not one, but 2 big trucks have backed up and unloaded 2 truckloads of scratch and dent refrigerators at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. These come with a 1-year warranty, but hurry, they won't last long. Also, they still have Speed Clean washers and dryers. And Speed Queen is the only residential washer not to have a lid lock. Come check them out, and don't forget about their selection of mattresses. Sleep tight on a new mattress tonight. From Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, on the right going down, on the left coming up. It's time for the Red, White, and Blue Sales Event, and it continues this month at Country Camping Quarter in Kings Mountain. During this time, you save thousands of dollars. For example, a brand new 2023 camper trailer starts at $99.95. No extra freight or prep fees added. So don't miss it, the Red, White, and Blue Sale at Country Camping Corner, 101 Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Online at countrycamping.com. And like them on Facebook too. Call 704-734-0595 for Country Camping Quarter in Kings Mountain.
Check out the summertime deals at Cars, Trucks, and Credit in Lincoln. Just arrived this week, a 2004 Toyota Camry XLE at $14.99 down. Also a 2007 Toyota Camry XLE at $14.99 down. Cars, Trucks, and Credit has a 2007 Acura MDX at $17.99 down and a 2005 Honda Accord XL also at $17.99 down. At Cars, Trucks, and Credit, 604 Clark Drive in Lincoln. Online at ctcautosports.com and see their page at whatsupshopper.com. Hear that? That's the sound of a leaky roof. And if you're experiencing a leaky roof, call on Gaston Roofing. With over 3 generations of experience spanning over 80 years, Gaston Roofing serves Gaston, Lincoln, Cleveland, Rutherford, and York counties with metal roofing and fiberglass shingles. And they feature a lifetime shingles warranty, plus a 7-year labor warranty. They also do siding, doors, and gutters. Gaston Roofing, 1302 West Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. For your free estimate, call 704-861-8166. Online at GastonRoofing.com.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood by calling Bean Brothers Landscaping in Lincoln. July is the month to turn your yard into a lawn. Talk with them about hardscapes, lighting, mulch, aeration, and turf management. Ask about their 12-step turf program or a 6-step turf program. And they offer up to $25,000 financing for landscaping. Turn your yard into a beautiful lawn by calling Bean Brothers Landscaping at 704-718-7129. Located at 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. And they are now hiring. Go to work today with Bean Brothers Landscaping of Lincoln. Race on into Adams Auto Group in Dallas for the best deals on wheels. This week you'll find a 2015 Mercedes-Benz Class GLA 250 with 104,000 miles priced at $16,995. A 2020 Chevy Blazer RS with only 70,000 miles priced at $33,995. And haul it or pull it with a big 2021 Ford F-150 Sport with only 16,000 miles priced at $43,995. That's Adams Auto Group, 520 East Trade Street in Dallas at the Dallas-Stanley Highway intersection. Online at adamsautogroup.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. They're about to finish up the show.
JP, this is my tweet of the day for you. You ready? This is Mike the Headless Chicken.
Uh-huh.
Mike was decapitated in 1945. He did not die after being struck with the axe by farmer Lloyd Olson. And he lived for 18 months without a head.
Yep.
And Lloyd fed him on milk and water with an eyedropper and some grains of corn.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, without a head, died after 18 months choking on a corn kernel. I can't even say it.
That's a lie. That didn't happen.
No, actually, it's true, Tom. It's because the guy forgot the eyedropper and he couldn't get the corn down his throat.
How did the chicken do anything? It had a brain.
How do you survive?
He walked around right without a head. It's the craziest thing.
Is that like walking around with a chicken with his head cut off?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
that's exactly. Yes, that is it. that is the chicken with the head cut off. Morbid news of the day.
What's Jose Canseco's tweet on that?
That's the Tom. That's the Twitter speed is morbid knowledge.
That's the Jose Canseco of the chicken world.
Thought y'all would like the headless chicken.
All right, that's what you say. That's what you say.
Tom doesn't believe it.
I don't.
He's such a hater.
I don't believe it either, Tom.
I just don't believe
it. It's not possible.
I mean, sorry.
Might walk around for a minute. But
So you're saying this guy just made this up?
I don't know. I mean, people make stuff up all the time. People make up stuff about
Where'd it go? Wait a minute.
how a guy with long hair can't win the Super Bowl, even though we know he can. Just make it up.
Meet Miracle Mike, the chicken who lived for 18 months without his head. ScientificAmerican.com, Tom. Tom Hayton. They say he had a link on it and everything. Here's the story from Scientific American. There's Mike the Headless Chicken.
It's just a true story.
They've got video. There's Clyde. Clyde Gore.
he lying too.
Clyde's lying too.
Clyde's got
Terry, what do you think?
Clyde's got a lot of
I'm
money on this
just sitting here.
I don't know.
Zach, you want to hear the sound on this?
I'm afraid I don't.
Hold on, hit it. Hold on.
Ooh.
No. Now go ahead.
Turn himself with his head, with his neck really, because he didn't have no head like a chicken would. He would try crowing, which would more of a gurgling sound the way my grandfather described it. They would feed him by hand, cracked corn and through his esophagus, and used an eyedropper to give him water. So he did require some attention, but pretty much lived like a chicken, even though he didn't have a head.
What if he got stuck out in the rain?
He drowned.
Okay.
Tom, you believe it now?
No.
Tom, ScientificAmerican.com has no reason to lie to you about the headless chicken from 1947.
It was in the National Enquirer.
All right. We ain't got nothing better to do, Terry, than make up his story
Star.
and make some black and white video and pictures of this headless chicken to fool Tom in 2023.
Well, they never did see it moving around, so that's what I was wanting to see. I was wanting to see it
You
walk.
see the chicken walk. Those
I was
are
waiting on the
pictures
chicken
of it.
to walk.
They didn't have video.
I don't care. I want to see. Well, they had two other chickens walking.
They did. they black and whited that one. That was
That's what
fake.
I'm saying. I
That's
want
like
to
the
see
moon.
the chicken walking.
That chicken was like the moon landing. It's fake.
Those are witnesses, eyewitnesses to the chicken, the headless chicken, and y'all still doubting all this. Y'all are crazy. All right. This weekend again on KTC Broadcasting, we got American Legion Baseball and NASCAR racing today. 1 o'clock NASCAR Truck Series in Atlanta on 92.9 FM. 3 o'clock Cleveland County and Matthews in Matthews on WOHS 101.5 FM. 7 o'clock Cherryville and Caldwell County in Cherryville. And then after that, we'll have the Xfinity Series racing picking up for the end of that. Tomorrow, Braves and Rays at 1:30 p.m. on WHS and WCSL. NASCAR Cup Series race begins at 6 o'clock coverage, 7 o'clock green flag. Now, tomorrow, depending on what happens tonight, if we'll have tomorrow's Cleveland County game tomorrow. Tom, you'll be doing that. Is that correct?
Tomorrow, Sunday.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
Sunday?
Sunday.
So Tom will have coverage of that game tomorrow from Shelby. Game 3. That's game 3. Now, Cherryville can win their game 3 tonight. If they win, the series is over. If they lose tonight, tomorrow's game will be on KTCBroadcasting.com. Probably only internet only. No radio, maybe internet only tomorrow for Cherryville. We'll let you know. All right, guys. Happy Saturday. Anything else? Got any other comments? Tom, you come around on that chicken yet?
I'm tired of talking about chickens. Can we go now? I was going to bring up Matt Rule.
Sure
like
is.
We didn't get into that next week.
What? He's what? Good grief.
He's crying. He's like talking about how Carolina did him wrong.
He's the richest. He's the richest loser. He's the richest, biggest loser I've ever seen in my life.
I know, with the money they paid him.